podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
When you in the trenches, you know, it's cool to shoot them bullets. How you gonna defend yourself when them bullets coming back?
Davis thought Santa Cruz was gonna fold from his the popular and acclaimed defending WBA lightweight champion of the world.
If it was the streets, these niggas would been smoked. Pack the whole group up, pack them up and get them the fuck out of boxing.
Haney, Cambosis, one of those folks, maybe Garcia.
All them guys is easy work. They easy work, man. I'm the top dog.
The hard-hitting young star of boxing, 3-division world champion.
Skill for skill. I'm much more skillful than Canelo. I stand on that. I'm much more skillful.
You and Cambosis, what happens, Tank?
I'm whooping that ass. Tell him come see me. Tell him hold the belts. I'll whoop his ass for free.
The defending world champion from Baltimore, Maryland.
We from the city. We know what's happening within the city.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Gervonta Tank Davis.
SDS Promotions.
I remember walking in Mayweather gym, he sitting on the couch. I told him he a bum-ass fighter. He ain't say nothing, not one word. He got a furrow on his 80 degrees on him.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. We'll see how this one goes, as I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people upset with the news. And, yeah, man, we're here to discuss it. We're here to give you a platform and a number to call if you want to voice your opinion and tell us exactly how you feel about the stalled negotiations between Gervonta Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia. I don't think any of us thought we'd be here, especially with a fight that has been negotiated since last year. You know, Tank came into the new year talking about January 7th pay-per-view, and he got another fight in April. I just can't believe this shit is dragging on, man. Boxing really knows how to fuck over its fight fans. Let's just be real. But I'm going to start with a poll. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia in Jeopardy over rematch clause. Should winner host rematch? Right? And I think this is pretty simple. Yes. The winner should have the rights. Right? Why not? Like, why would we go to the zone if Ryan lost? Right? We go to the zone if Ryan wins. I don't get why they make things so difficult, man. Why can't they just be fair and let us enjoy boxing? So the other option would be no. We go to the Losers Network, which makes no sense. No sense. And then I'm going to put scrap the rematch. Make them do what fucking Tio and Loma did. Why they being babies? Yeah, was it good for Tio? Absolutely not. But we didn't have this bullshit. It wasn't none of this bullshit. Why they can't do what they did for Earl and fucking and Porter? No rematch there either. No rematch there either. So why is this holding us up? No clue. No clue. So my final option will be scrap the rematch altogether. I don't know, Danny, do we need another option? Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia in Jeopardy over rematch clause. Should the winner, or should I put should Winners Network host the rematch? Let's see if that fits. Just, for those people that don't know or living under a rock. Then I got, yes, the winner should have the rights. No, we go to the Losers Network. Scrap the rematch altogether. Is there a fourth option out there?
I mean, I think the fourth option has to be what is being proposed because, although I may not necessarily agree with it, it is us. It is the facts, and the facts is that, Tank and Showtime want the fight on their network if he were to lose. So I think the fourth option should be Tank is the A side. Showtime should get the rematch or something along those lines because I'm not gonna lie to you.
Is that fair? Do we know?
No. I don't necessarily think that is fair, bro. And I'm not saying that I think that's what should happen. I think I think the winner should get the rematch. The winner's network and promotional company should get the rematch. I don't necessarily think that it's fair, but I think that it may be a situation that we see. I think that it may get to the point where Oscar and Ryan like, yo, this is too big of an opportunity to pass up, and they take their chances. I think this is a huge fight, and I think that they're gonna get it right. I think they're gonna get it right. I think they see the opportunity, both financially and just commercially for their names and for their brands.
Yeah, I'm going to do Mike Tyson versus, what was it, Evander? That was on Showtime? It was both networks? What was the first network fight?
Yes.
Evander Holyfield. You Google rematch. I'll check where this one was. You check where that
The rematch
ended,
was?
if it ever had a rematch. That's what we got to do. Go with history. Because why are they trying to change the history? I'm pretty sure, the rematch goes to the winner, not to the loser. Not the winner doesn't keep the fight on his network, right? Yeah, you keep it on your network if you won, but if Ryan wins, he brings it to his home. It's simple. At least I thought it was. But let's see here. All right, Mike Tyson, Evander Holyfield. Let's see what we got on Wiki. It happened November 9th, 1996 at the MGM Grand Arena. Talk about history repeating itself. MGM Grand is definitely one of the locations in the running for this super fight.
And only fitting. Only fitting. I think, although I don't want it there, I see the nostalgia behind it. I just think that it's a fight that more fans deserve to be in attendance for. So I really do hope that they push for Allegiant, as I've been saying, and I think they'll get it right, bro. I think they'll get it right. I think that yo,
What happened? You just froze on
yeah,
us.
I mean, because this is gonna be something that we haven't seen, and something that probably people will say isn't fair. But I think another viable option is, should Ryan win, you do a joint pay-per-view. You do a joint pay-per-view.
How so?
Showtime and DAZN. I think that Showtime is an experienced network. Tank is the one that's been on pay-per-view.
Yeah, but
I'm not saying
they used that excuse the first time around.
No. I'm not talking about as far as the numbers, more so on the build up and the promotion. quite frankly, Showtime's just the one that has been promoting the bigger fights as of late. They've been the one putting on the bigger shows. So, again, not saying that it's fair, but I think that could even be an option. Ryan wins, rematch is a joint pay per view. You know, I think that could be an option. Um, you know, we'll see. We'll see, right? Tank and his side could feel like, you know what, fuck it, give it to him because at the end of the day, he ain't gonna win, so it ain't gonna be a rematch type of feeling, type of situation. Um, we'll see. We are now 9 weeks out from said April 15th date. We were just informed yesterday. Shout out to Adrian Clark. I don't know that many people picked up on it, but we was just informed yesterday of a PBC pay-per-view date in May. So if that's the case, you get what I'm saying. I think it'll be a little hard.
What, that 13th? That
Nah.
May 13th day?
Nah, he said May 29th. Keith Earl.
What? I didn't hear that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah, I think I did.
No,
I think I
but
did.
people ain't pick up on it. People ain't pick up on it. May 29th. May 29th, I believe, was the date that was given. Or May 27th, actually. May 27th, actually. Is that Saturday? So I think that if we already have a May pay-per-view, we may have to go April 15th. You were saying that Cinco de Mayo was not a possibility because of Canelo. So as unfortunate as that is, yeah.
I'm on Wiki, and I don't know why I can't see the network for the second fight. I'm seeing the commentators for Sky Sports.
No, me too. I can't see. I couldn't find who had the second fight.
It's so weird.
Let me see. Holyfield 2 Network. Because I just typed in the fight, but the first thing that pops up is that, and that didn't have the network.
I'll check this highlight, see if I can see
Let me see this.
who's Mike Tyson. Well, this says Showtime. This is definitely says Showtime.
Okay, see, and I just got some archive shit, and this shit says ABC.
Is ESPN ABC or ABC ESPN?
Yes.
Well, then maybe I can see that because it says
And this is for the second. So if you're looking at the first, we may be confused.
But this says ESPN Sports Center. I'm watching it, and it's definitely an MGM Grand. I don't see a Showtime or an HBO thing at right now, but on the side, I'll screen share this. On the side, it looks like it is a Showtime fight the way that they have it, on this YouTube
So I
channel.
believe it is a Showtime fight. Reason being, I just found an epilogue on Showtime Sports page. Yeah, this had to been a Showtime fight. There's a epilogue for the fight from back then. So
So they got the rights to both fights. So they just bullies. They had the first one and they kept the second one, but who won? I mean, the first
didn't
one.
Evander win?
And that's probably why he got the rights.
But Mike was the one with Showtime.
No, wasn't Mike the one with
Exact-
HBO?
No, Mike was with Showtime.
Really?
Mike was in sense the first big one with Showtime.
Well, we do have our first guest. Let me see if he's available.
To everybody tuned in, make sure to go ahead and smash that like button. It's free.
All right, give me 1 sec as we connect with Jesus Saracho. Jesús, ¿cómo está?
¿Qué tal, amigos? Muy bien.
¿Me
Aquí
escucha?
saludándonos desde Irapuato, Guanajuato, México.
De Guanajuato, saludos.
So we're joined with Jesus Saracho. For those that don't know, this is the man to beat undefeated Cesar Francis on Pro Box. We wanted to give him his shine. He is only Spanish speaking, so Danny will do the best that he can to have this flow as easy as possible. Danny, I don't know if you want to just kind of give him the rundown of what I just said, letting him know that you will be translating, and we're gonna get this thing going.
Absolutely. Pues primero que nada, Jesús, muchas gracias aquí por estar con nosotros. Buenos días. Yo he visitado Guanajuato y un lugar muy hermoso. Soy nacido aquí, entonces mi español no es perfecto, pero vamos a traducir y obviamente queremos hablar con usted después de su victoria contra Cesar Francis, alguien que nosotros conocemos muy bien y pues una victoria muy grande para su carrera. Háblenos cómo se sintió después de la victoria el 25 de enero.
Claro, yo sabía que esta victoria me podía catapultar nuevamente a los primeros lugares del ranking. Yo perdí ese estatus como campeón el pasado marzo cuando perdí mi invicto en Estados Unidos. Creo que encaminarme otra vez a una oportunidad de título mundial, la oportunidad con César Francis fue algo fundamental esa pelea.
So, I told him obviously, first and foremost, thank you for joining us. We know Cesar Francis here on the show very well, and that after his upset victory over Cesar, that we wanted to get him on the show. I told him to bear with me. I am U.S. born, so my Spanish is not the best, but I first and foremost, I told him that's start us off with what that victory meant for him and for his career on January 25th. And he was like, well, look, I was looking for a victory to catapult me up the rankings. I lost my ranking after losing my first fight March of last year in the U.S., which was to
Deontay Brown, bro.
To Deontay Brown.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Who we know very well. So what that was what he said, and he was like, look, after the victory, help get me up, hopefully get me up some rankings because I did lose that ranking after my first defeat. I want to take it back to last March.
To Dante, right? Yeah.
Jesús, su primer derrota contra Deontay Brown aquí en los Estados Unidos. Otro muchacho que nosotros conocemos muy bien, entrena aquí en Las Vegas. Háblenos de la pelea. ¿Cuánto tiempo tuvo para preparar de la pelea? Y háblenos de la pelea y obviamente la derrota.
Pasó?
¿Qué pasó?
Sí, claro, yo para esa pelea me preparé aproximadamente 7 semanas. La
7
verdad,
weeks.
yo fui a hacer campamento a la ciudad de Seattle, Washington. Yo no estoy acostumbrado mucho al frío extremo, allá hace mucho frío, al clima muy frío, y lo que pasa es que yo salía a correr a la intemperie y realmente se me quemaron las plantas de los pies por el frío, así que estuve parado aproximadamente 15 días, no me podía mover con la planta de los pies quemados y pues yo creo que eso afectó un poquito a mi preparación.
Quiero saber por qué fue para Seattle, o sea, que de Guanajuato a Seattle, ¿qué lo movió para allá?
Mi manejador es de allá, mi manejador vive allá y fuimos a entrenar un poco, fuimos a hacer un campamento para allá y pero creo que no nos favoreció mucho porque yo no estoy acostumbrado, como te digo, yo no estoy acostumbrado al clima demasiado frío y creo que fue un pequeño error ir a una ciudad donde hay un clima en el que no estoy acostumbrado.
¿Y quién es su manejador?
Mi manejador se llama
Ray Fry.
Ray Murray, exactamente.
Okay, so I obviously asked him on the defeat. We know Deontay Brown very well. I asked him what happened and how long he had to prepare for the fight. He said that he had 7 weeks to prepare, so obviously more than enough time. But he said what he felt the issue was that his manager had him go to Seattle, Washington to hold camp, and obviously that was during the wintertime. He's like, look, I'm not used to the cold, especially not that type of cold up there. So he basically said that the cold pretty much burnt the bottom of his feet from how cold it was. I think he really means like frostbite pretty
Mm-hmm.
much. Um, and that he wasn't able to be on his feet for 2 weeks, and that's what held him back in that training camp for that fight.
Ask him, since he was holding camp in Washington, did he stop at David Benavidez' gym? Was that the gym that he used to hold camp? Did he spar with any of Benavidez's, Jose Benavidez's fighters?
Estando ya en Seattle, Washington, de casualidad no entrenó o tal vez hizo guanteo con unos peleadores entrenando con José Benavides y ahí en el gimnasio de David Benavides, porque allí en Seattle es donde hacen campamento.
Sí, claro, sí, los conocemos. Mi manejador es amigo del señor José, pero sí, no tuvimos la oportunidad de poder asistir a su gimnasio ni entrenar con gente de para esa preparación.
Oh, entonces no se dijo que no pudo entrenar con ellos para ese campamento.
Sí, exactamente. No, bueno, no tuve la oportunidad, no sé
Okay,
por qué, pero no tuve la oportunidad de poder compartir con ellos el gimnasio.
okay. Yeah, he was like, no, my manager knows them very well. But no, for that camp, I didn't have the opportunity to share the ring or the gym with any of their guys.
Just ask him, what does the Caesar Francis win mean to him? See, we know Francis, so we're excited for him. We consider it a big win. Did he think that Francis was on that level and would give him residual popularity, maybe?
Dice que en los ojos de usted, ¿qué significa la victoria sobre Caesar Francis? Como le dijimos, alguien que nosotros conocemos muy bien, alguien que nosotros teníamos un ojo muy cercano porque alguien que iba subiendo los rankings. Entonces, para usted, ¿qué significa la victoria y qué espera siguiendo la victoria?
Pues esta victoria, como te digo, me regresa al lugar donde creo que Jesús Saracho pertenece, que es estar entre los primeros 10 del mundo del ranking, y pues esperar alguna oportunidad grande, ir escalando en el ranking para posteriormente poder pelear por una eliminatoria de título mundial o, por qué no, por el campeonato del mundo.
He said, "No, look, like I said before, it returns me to hopefully where I believe I belong, the top 10 in the world. I'm looking to get either some sort of limited eliminatory bout, right? Like a final eliminatory bout or even a title shot." He's saying so. That's what he's looking
Oh,
for.
wow. So he thinks this win has ranked him.
He says that he hopes it will. I don't know that the rankings have came out for January
Just
yet.
ask him, because maybe he has an update, because it takes a minute for them to put
U-
it on the site.
¿Usted sabe si ya lo han subido los rankings que si, o sea, del mes de enero, porque todavía es un poco temprano o no le han dicho nada todavía?
No, claro, todavía no aparece en los rankings en la página de la WBA, de la WBO, perdón. Yo creo que hasta el mes de febrero, yo creo que es cuando ya aparezca mi nombre nuevamente entre los primeros 10 del mundo.
Okay, so Caesar Francis was number 8, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
Antes de su derrota el marzo pasado, ¿usted sabe cuál ranking tenía?
Sí, yo, si no mal recuerdo, estaba en el número 9 por la AMB y en el número 10 por la OMB en la categoría del peso ligero.
So he says that prior to his defeat, he would. Oh, peso ligero, no super ligero, entonces.
No, es una nueva división a la que estoy ascendiendo.
Entonces, usted es peso ligero.
No, yo peleaba en los ligeros, que es yo peleaba en los ligeros, pero hace tres peleas en adelante he estado peleando en los superligeros. Ese es mi
Okay,
nuevo peso.
I don't see him at 35 or 40.
okay. Yeah, he was saying that was prior to the defeat, but has the rankings came out already?
I'm not sure, but it seems like Francis is still ranked, so that we would have to figure that it hasn't come
Yeah.
out.
Y entonces, parece que todavía no han cambiado los rankings porque ahorita todavía está Cesar Francis número 8. Entonces, algo que, pues veremos, ¿verdad? También algo que ojalá su manejador, haga las preguntas y las llamadas necesario, ¿verdad? Porque fue una victoria muy grande para usted. Ahorita no le han dado fecha, tal vez ya está entrenando algo.
Sí,
O,
probablemente podremos regresar a finales de marzo, principios de abril.
ok. ¿Ya ha regresado al gimnasio? Ahorita sigue descansando.
Estamos, no, claro, ya estamos activos en el gimnasio, regresamos el día de ayer apenas y nos tomamos un poco de descanso después de esta
He's
victoria, pero
young,
ya
bro.
estamos de regreso en el gimnasio.
So I asked him, has he been given a date? Obviously, he's looking for that opportunity, but being a fighter, a young fighter from Mexico, got to stay active. And he was like, look, yeah, we probably could go end of March, beginning of April. I did take a little bit of time off, but I got back in the gym yesterday, so I think that was like a week and a half only. So he said he got back in the gym yesterday, and looking to get back in the ring.
He turned pro at 19. Ask him why so soon.
No, he turned pro at 17.
Isn't he 21?
21, and he turned pro 4 years ago, brother.
Hmm.
Debutó a los 17, ¿verdad?
Sí, claro, debutó a los 17 años.
Why so soon?
O sea, tal vez para ustedes no se les haga muy joven, pero para nosotros sí, o sea, ¿por qué tan joven? ¿Cuál fue la decisión sobre hacer el debut profesional?
Porque yo anteriormente estaba en la selección nacional juvenil de México y realmente yo me decidí a hacerme profesional porque había muy poco apoyo por parte del gobierno y por esa parte pues no quería estar sufriendo como selecciones pasadas y por eso me decidí a debutar como profesional.
¿Cuántas peleas Mateo tenía?
Hice aproximadamente 290 peleas, de las cuales solamente perdí 15 peleas.
Holy shit. Wow. So I asked him, I just confirmed with him that he did indeed debut at 17, and he said indeed that was the case. And I asked him, for them, it may not seem young, but for us, that seems like a young age, 17 years old. What was the decision making process like to debut at such a young age? And he was like, look, I was part of the youth national team, but I honestly didn't see any support from the government, and I didn't want to suffer like the past national team. So I chose to, make my debut. So I asked him, how many amateur fights have you had? And he was like, 290,
Wow.
of the which I've only lost 15.
Can you make sure? I thought I heard 100. He said 2?
290, ¿verdad?
Exactamente 290.
Holy
He
shit.
said exactly 290. Y dijo que nomás perdió aproximadamente nomás 15 peleas, ¿verdad?
Sí, perdí solamente 15 peleas.
Entonces, 275 ganadas.
Damn.
Por ahí.
Exactamente.
So tell him he's obviously a serious player, and yeah, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt on the loss that maybe he did have frostbite in his feet, because with that amateur background, he got
Let me
the
ask
win
him,
over
hold on.
Francis.
Mi compañero dice que obviamente con una experiencia así a Mateo, obviamente se le puede dar el beneficio de lo que dice de las plantas del pie cuando fue para Washington, que se les quemó, porque obviamente tiene la experiencia, es alguien que ha boxeado al nivel grande, como se llama el boxeo amateur. Le quiero preguntar, en el boxeo amateur, ¿usted ha peleado con alguien que tal vez nosotros conozcamos a un hombre conocido?
No, creo que no. Sí tuve oportunidades de ir a la ciudad de Nueva York, pelear en Canadá internacionalmente, pero no sé, bueno, no recuerdo algún nombre grande que
Ok.
conozcan ahorita en el boxeo.
No, pues obviamente nomás se le pregunta. He said he's like that he knows of. He was like, no, but he has boxed international. He said that as an amateur, he's fought in New York, he's fought in Canada. He's like, I just can't remember any names that maybe you guys may know. Um,
Let me ask him. Obviously, there's a certain perception and misconception of the Mexican fighter. When you Google a fighter and it's all Mexican flags, people seem to think that they're not as skilled as they are. But bro, he's top 5 in Mexico, and the people above him we know: Pablo Cesar Cano, who obviously fought Malignaggi; Pedro Campa, who just lost to Tio, right?
Tio,
Then you got
Lindolfo
Lindolfo, who made us some money Saturday
Yes, sir.
with the decision, who's undefeated. I do not know Gabriel Gonzalez Venezuela, pero whatever, right? Like, he's still top 5 in Mexico. Ask him, how's that feel?
He's the one that Okay, so he beat Montana. Or no,
Yeah, the other guy beat Montana.
Yeah, he lost to Montana. Okay.
Yeah, lost, my bad. You're talking about Gabriel, right?
Yeah. So what is it that you want me to ask him?
Just how's it feel to be top 5 and those 5 being people that American or worldwide boxing fans know, right? Like, we know Pablo Cesar Cano, we know Pedro Campas, and we certainly know Lindolfo after getting us the bag back.
Right. Dice que cómo se siente ser boxer que lo tiene número 5 en México, y cada nombre arriba de usted es alguien que el mundo del boxeo conoce y los hemos visto. O sea, Pedro Campa, número 4, lo vimos contigo. Pablo César Cano es un veterano que lo hemos visto por muchos años. Lindolfo Delgado es alguien que acabamos de ver el fin de semana pasado y hasta apostamos en Lindolfo. Y luego al número 1 tienen a Gabriel Valenzuela, que honestamente alguien que no se ha visto tanto, pero lo vimos contra Montana Love, lo hemos visto contra Robbie Davis Jr. Entonces, ¿cómo se siente ser número 5 en el país de México?
No, realmente me siento muy contento del progreso que está valiendo la pena todos estos años en este duro deporte. A todos ellos los conozco, los he visto boxear, algunos los conozco pues personalmente, pero yo creo que Jesús Saracho está listo para buenos nombres en las 140 libras.
Y también le queremos preguntar. So he was like, look, obviously, it feels good because, those are names that are known. I know some of them personally, some I do not, but it does feel good, and I'm just looking to be at the top. Not just in the top 5, but be at the top. And I want to ask him now, obviously, about the misconception about Mexican fighters. Mucha gente en el mundo, especialmente en el deporte del boxeo, tiene una idea tal vez equivocada del boxeador mexicano, que tienen solamente un estilo y que ven el récord, tienen puras peleas en México, son puros taxistas y que nomás vienen por el cheque. Y pues obviamente tal vez mucha gente lo vio a usted así, este muchacho vino a los Estados Unidos y lo noquearon y nomás ha peleado allá con... Usted sabe cómo es. ¿Cuál es su respuesta y pues obviamente su pensamiento de eso? Porque es algo que es una idea que existe en el boxeo.
Sí, claro, yo creo que lo dejé claro el 25 de enero, que pues, los mexicanos tenemos cualidades, no por nada, somos uno de los países donde más campeones del mundo ha habido, y pues demostré que no soy ningún improvisado, que Jesús Saracho no era ningún improvisado, y que él estaba listo para los grandes retos.
Well, no, he says, look, I think I showed it on January 25th. When you talk about Mexican boxing, you talk about quality, you talk about one of the countries that has the most world champions in the sport. So I think that on January 25th, I showed that, I too come with skill and I'm not a novice. And, obviously I came to win and I did that, just that.
Ask him, is he a gambling man? Does he gamble at all on boxing or any other I don't want to say sport, but any other thing.
Jesús, mi compañero quiere saber que si usted es hombre que apuesta, tal vez en el boxeo o en otras cosas.
No, claro, no soy una persona que sea apostadora.
He
No
says
me gusta.
he says no, he doesn't. He's not a gambler. Doesn't like to gamble.
How sure was he was going to get the win over Francis on the 25th of January? Because my man was an 8-1. Last time I remember that was Danny Garcia versus Amir Khan, 7-1. Like he was an 8-1 underdog, bro. How we let that slip?
Dice que usted, ¿qué tan seguro estaba que le iba a ganar a Cesar Francis el 25 de enero? ¿Qué tanto lo conocía? Porque usted lo tenían a 8-1. Entonces, dice que la última grande pelea que recuerda, tal vez esos, fuck,
Con esos números.
con esos números, fue la pelea de Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, con esos impares que obviamente Danny noqueó a Amir Khan, pero no era el favorito en esa pelea. Entonces, ¿qué tan seguro usted estaba que le iba a ganar a Cesar Francis y qué tanto había visto de Cesar Francis? Porque obviamente hay más peleas en el internet de él que de usted.
Sí, claro, yo desde el primer momento que me ofrecieron la pelea, vi que había posibilidades de ganarle. Yo sabía que mi, se le iba a dificultar un poco mi estilo de boxeo y demostré ese día de la pelea que yo solamente, la mayor parte de mi récord son knockouts. Yo demostré que tampoco, no soy un, no, que no solamente puedo noquear a los rivales, que también puedo boxear, también puedo hacer una pelea inteligente y eso quedó demostrado el 25 de enero.
He says, look, from the moment they offered me the fight, I saw an opportunity and I saw an opportunity to win. So we took the fight, and after that moment, we did our homework, and I was more than prepared. When the night came, I knew that my style, or I felt that my style, was gonna be what gave him complications and what was gonna give me the edge in the fight, and I think it showed.
So tell him he obviously held camp here in Vegas for the Cesar Francis fight. What gym did he use? Who did he get work with? And whose idea was it to relocate to Vegas for that training camp?
Um, Obviamente haciendo campamento aquí en Las Vegas para la pelea con Francis. ¿A quién se le ocurrió la idea? ¿En qué gimnasio entrenó y con quién hizo sparring y guanteo aquí?
La idea fue de mi manejador, de Ray Free. Nos llevaron al gimnasio, estuvimos la mayor parte del tiempo entrenando en las instalaciones del gimnasio de Top Rank.
Oh, Top Rank.
Top Rank, okay.
Exactamente, realmente no conocía los nombres de las personas que me ayudaron, pero hubo gente de Egipto, hubo gente de hindúes y norteamericanos que nos estuvieron ayudando en las sesiones de sparring.
Ok, sí, yo estuve ahí cuando estuvieron los de Egipto, entonces tal vez pasamos allí y nos vimos y ni nos dimos cuenta, pero he says that it was his manager's idea to bring Camp to Vegas for that fight. He's like, I honestly don't know the names of the individuals who helped me, but there were some members from Egypt and India, he said, and I told him that I remember when the national team was here from Egypt that we were probably, in the gym at the same time and didn't even know it. So, ¿qué tanto en su pensamiento, qué tanto le ayudó el campamento aquí en Las Vegas? Top Rank es uno de los gimnasios donde los mejores campeones del mundo entrenan. Nosotros es un gimnasio que yo voy casi lo del diario y
Casi no, diario.
estoy allí lo del diario como que si me pagaran, pero para mí los campamentos en Las Vegas es cosa de otro nivel. En su opinión, ¿qué tanto le ayudó y es algo que piensa hacer en el futuro para sus próximas peleas y para sus próximos campamentos?
Sí, claro, me ayudó bastante. Creo que la calidad de los Estados Unidos es muy buena para los sparring, por eso tomé la decisión de poder asistir a Las Vegas. Y claro, sí, claro, creo que nos funcionó realmente muy bien. y por qué no implementarlo en las siguientes peleas.
He says, so my question was, what did he make of the training camp in Vegas? How much did he feel that it helped him? Because obviously, me being at Top Rank on a daily basis, I believe that the quality of work here is, another level. So he agrees. He says, look, you know, I love the work. When you talk about work in the United States, it's quality work compared to what I'm getting down here. So of course, it definitely helped me a lot, and hopefully, it's something that I can implement for my future training camps to come.
So I reached out to some people, you know who
Hmm.
could have possibly paid attention, and they said he's good. So I'm trying to figure out who they watched them spar. You know it.
Okay.
Damn, Danny. He's like, you definitely lip gave it away. If you get a lip reader right here,
No, that's why I turned so the mic covered my mouth.
ask him who's his teammate and how good is he. I'm being told he has a teammate that's a stud that possibly sparred Tim Zoo.
Nos platican que cuando usted estuvo aquí en Las Vegas, que tuvo un compañero tal vez más grande que usted, que a lo mejor hizo guanteo con Tim Zoo de Australia.
No, uno de los chavos que estuvo conmigo durante la preparación,
Ajá.
el chavo se llama Emiliano Moreno, él era el que le ayudaba a Su en los sparring, no yo.
No, 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 pero estaba con usted ese muchacho, ¿verdad?
Claro, sí es parte de la empresa, bueno, de la promotora que nos
¿Y,
maneja a nosotros,
y cuál es el nombre de ese muchacho?
Emiliano Moreno.
Emiliano Moreno. Sí, no, es que nos platican aquí gente que lo vio entrenar aquí en Las Vegas, que obviamente usted hizo muy buen sparring y que también el muchacho, nomás que no sabían el nombre, por eso le pregunto de ese muchacho.
Is he natural southpaw or converted?
U-
Obviously, you don't see that much. You see orthodox convert from southpaw, but I'm asking.
¿Usted es zurdo natural o se convirtió?
No, lo que pasa es que yo cuando nací con una enfermedad en mi pie derecho,
Ok.
con pie equinovaro, se llama aquí en México, no sé cómo se llama en Estados Unidos esta enfermedad, y yo creo que mi propio cuerpo se adaptó a la guardia zurda, porque yo para jugar fútbol, para escribir, escribo con la mano derecha y pateo el balón con el pie derecho.
Ok. Entonces escribe con la derecha, pero dice que en el fútbol y obviamente es con la izquierda.
No, yo soy derecho para todo, solamente para pelear es cuando soy zurdo.
Okay, so he says that he was born with an illness. Um, he says that he uses his right hand to write. He uses his right foot to play, soccer. But he says that it's when it's time to defend himself that he's in that southpaw stance, so it's right foot forward. Obviously.
So, is he saying he switches sometimes?
No,
Then?
he doesn't switch. He just says that he believes, due to his illness, that as far as like a defense mode, that he went to that stand. He says he plays football or soccer with his right foot, that he writes with his right hand, but he just fights in the southpaw stance.
Ask him if he doesn't remember sparring any champions or big names at top rank, because I'm told he sparred everybody. He's a rough motherfucker that gave everybody hell.
Uh, mi compañero dice que si usted no se recuerda ningún campeón o nombre que hizo sparring en Top Rank, porque nos platican que usted que les dio muchos problemas a mucha gente cuando estuvo aquí en Las Vegas.
No recuerdo algún nombre, nada, solamente vi hasta a la familia Vargas que anduvo por ahí, de repente llegaba el campeón David Jaime a entrenar, pero no recuerdo a nadie más.
Yeah, he says no. Honestly, I can't say that I remember anybody that I sparred. You know, I appreciate everybody that I worked with, but um, I just remember like the Vargas family showing up while I was at Top Rank, or Devin Haney would show up. But as far as the actual guys that I sparred with, I can't say that I remember any names.
What's his thoughts over Sandor Martin, who obviously wants a fight with Tiafimo, but it was just announced that Tiafimo's in negotiations with Josh Cheller. Is Arnold Barboza? Did I say that? I feel like I didn't say that.
Sandor.
I meant to say Arnold. Excuse me. Uh, what's his thoughts on Arnold's performance? Jesus, my bad.
Mi compañero quiere saber si vio la pelea de Arnold Barboza el viernes pasado, peso súper ligero, alguien que está en los rankings de muchas organizaciones, y alguien que quería la pelea con Tío Fimo, que si vio la pelea y si la vio, cuál fue su pensamiento sobre la pelea.
Tuve conocimiento de la pelea, sé que iba a pelear contra Pedraza, pero realmente no tuve la oportunidad de verla. Pero sí los conozco, claro.
Ask him, would he be interested
So,
in?
hold on,
I'm sorry.
He said, yes, of course I was aware that he was fighting Pedraza, but I didn't have the opportunity to watch it. Nomás algo que yo quiero saber, todas las peleas americanas, ustedes las pueden ver allá en Guanajuato.
Solamente pues, es como pay-per-view, tienes que pagar para poder verlo.
Oh, wow.
Entonces, como la cartelera de Top Rank el viernes, si usted la quería ver aquí en Estados Unidos, es ESPN, allá no era ESPN Knockout.
No, no era ESPN, bueno, sí es ESPN, pero tienes que pagar como una membresía o una mensualidad para poder
Okay,
acceder a...
okay. Yeah, I was asking, how easy is it to watch the American fights, and he was like, it's kind of like a pay-per-view in a sense because you have to pay, the like for the premium channel. So he's like, yeah, it was ESPN here, but it's a premium channel that you have to pay monthly for.
Ask him, would he be interested as a southpaw in sparring Devin Haney? I hear they wanted him to spar Devin, but obviously he had this Francis fight. But now Devin is fighting a southpaw. Would he be interested? Because closed mouth don't get fed.
Me platican que cuando usted estuvo aquí en Las Vegas, que querían que usted hiciera sparring con Devin Haney, pero obviamente tenía usted la pelea con Cesar Francis. Devin Haney tiene la pelea con Lomachenko, que es un zurdo, que si a usted le interesaría hacer sparring siendo zurdo con el campeón Devin Haney.
Claro, sí, me lo ofrecieron mientras estaba entrenando en el gimnasio Top Rank. Yo les dije que sí podía, pero nunca me dieron alguna fecha o algo así para poder ayudar. Y claro, sí, hubiera sido un gusto hacer rondas con el campeón David Haney.
He was like, yeah, they definitely told me, they mentioned it while I was in town. They never got back to me as to when, but I'm more than willing and available to spar the champion. I would love to.
So to be clear, he's available to fly out to Vegas for this camp. The fight is not till February 20th that we know of.
May 20th.
That's what I meant. Does he have anything in between now and May 20th that can prohibit him from...
Entonces ahorita para usted podría venir de Guanajuato para Las Vegas a hacer campamento. La pelea no es hasta mayo. No sería ningún problema.
Realmente no sé porque, como te comentaba, están en planes con la gente que maneja mi carrera, con la gente de gobierno de la ciudad donde vivo. Están en planes para poder hacer alguna pelea aquí en mi ciudad,
Oh,
frente a
wow.
toda mi gente, por el aniversario de la fundación de mi ciudad.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations to
No,
him.
pues felicidades.
That's huge, right?
That
People
is
don't
huge.
normally
No,
get
yeah,
hometown Mexican fights.
Pues averiguate. De eso, obviamente, porque estamos en contacto aquí con la gente de Top Rank y es la gente que nos está preguntando de eso. Entonces, si se podría antes de la pelea y tal vez después, Obviamente si está interesado, tal vez algo que se podría hacer. But he said that the only issue may be that the local government is actually currently planning a fight around him to celebrate not just his victory but the city's anniversary. So I told him to find out, get aware, and hopefully something could get worked out.
I just want to say that's pretty huge, to get a local hometown fight at this level from the government. So shout out to him. Um, anybody, before we wrap up, anybody that he is actively seeking out? No, actually, scrap that. Does he have any options on Pro Box? Do they owe him? Was that a one-off?
Su pelea con Cesar Francis, como usted ganó, no tiene opción Pro Box, no tienen, o sea, obviamente era el peleador de esa promoción. Cesar Francis no le dijeron, si ganas tú, te damos otra pelea o algo así. ¿Ninguna opción?
No, ninguna opción, creo que no hubo ninguna opción de esas en el contrato por escrito. Este, y realmente si hubiera habido algo, mi promotor me lo hubiera comentado, pero no me ha hecho ningún comentario al respecto de eso.
No, perfecto. He says no option, nothing in the contract. My promoter definitely didn't state nothing, so nothing there. Anything else, champ?
Just who is he actively seeking or has his eye on in the division?
Mi compañero quiere saber que si hay algún nombre que usted quiera en la división, una pelea.
No, ahorita hasta el momento no he pensado en algún nombre. Realmente quiero ir escalando poco a poco en la división, quiero ir agarrando un poquito más de madurez, tanto física como mentalmente, para poderme estar encaminando a alguna pelea alguna eliminatoria, como te lo comenté, o si se puede, pues una pelea de campeonato del mundo.
Yeah, he says, look, right now there's not a specific name that I'm really looking for. I just look to keep climbing the division, keep maturing both physically and mentally. And then, like I mentioned earlier, hopefully get some sort of final final eliminatory fight or even a title shot opportunity.
Does he think Caesar wants a rematch? And would he give it to him immediately, or is that something that Caesar would need to build up to down the line?
Que si usted cree que Caesar quiere una revancha inmediatamente o que si usted se la daría, pero después que él gane unas cuantas peleas.
Sí, claro, pues yo creo que solo sería cuestión de que se pusiera de acuerdo pues la gente que trabaja con él y la gente que trabaja conmigo, y pues que solamente pues sea una pelea pues que no sean partes iguales, y pues con gusto, claro que sí, no estoy cerrado a ninguna de esas opciones.
He's like, look, that's just something that his side and my side would have to get on, and something that would have to be, fair. But I'm not opposed or closed off to anything, and of course I'd give him a rematch.
Just ask him what's his Instagram and anywhere he wants to direct our audience.
Jesús, danos tus redes sociales, por favor. Otra vez, muchas gracias por tu tiempo. Te lo agradecemos, ¿eh?
No, muchas gracias a ustedes por tomarse un poco de su tiempo, por darme el espacio en su programa. Claro, mis redes sociales me pueden encontrar en Facebook, en la página de Saracho Junior, o en Instagram, Sarachito-Junior.
Sarachito.
_Junior.
Sarachito.
Send it to me.
Okay.
Bueno, gracias Jesús, te lo agradecemos por estar en nuestro programa y esperamos que tú tengas noticia nueva para traerte para atrás y contarle a nuestra audiencia y esperamos la próxima.
Y mande saludos para su gente allá en Guanajuato. Le digo, yo he ido, le estaba comentando a mi camarada el otro día que estaba yo en San Miguel de Allende.
Sí, claro,
Y estaba en San Miguel de Allende y de morro. Y llegamos a un puesto disque de tacos y al día siguiente bien pinche enfermo. Y nos comentan unos familiares, No, es ese puesto que es puesto de carne de perro, que no sé qué más, y yo bien pinche enfermo, yendo a las momias y a las cuevas y toda la chingada, allá andaba de turista, bien pinche enfermo. Pero un saludo allá a su gente de Guanajuato, ¿eh?
Sí, un saludo para toda la raza de Guanajuato, que no solamente se encuentra acá en el país, sino también a la gente que está del otro lado del charco. Un saludo para toda la banda.
Así es, muchas gracias y esperemos hablar con usted muy pronto y estamos en contacto del sparring, ¿eh? Ahí averigüese de su pelea y nosotros le sabemos, le damos saber acá del sparring si se puede dar una oportunidad.
Sí, habla con su manejador porque recuérdate que eso es experiencia para estar con un campeón mundial y también es un cheque porque te van a pagar.
Sí, claro, sí, solamente sería cuestión de hablarlo y ver qué podemos hacer.
Ok, Jesús, un placer, gracias.
Eso para mí, muchas bendiciones. Gracias.
A
Igual.
usted.
So there you have it. Jesus Saracho got the big win over our guy, Cesar Francis, and by knockout.
He did.
And we were not expecting that. We just were not. Sucks.
Bro.
You know, but a new player is born, which is weird because look at the connection. We know Dante Brown,
Yeah.
which we've been hearing for a while is nice. That's his last fight. He's finally got
His
something.
last loss, yeah.
No, I mean.
Oh, wow.
Exactly.
And this guy got an opportunity because he lost and took advantage of it.
No, and he check his record. Ever since he lost to Dante, he got like 7 or 10 fights. I mean, Dante has been stalled like these negotiations. That being said, he does have something registered for here in Las Vegas, but no real information on BoxRec
Do
for
me a
Dante.
favor, pull up his Instagram because he only has 800 followers.
Yeah.
So let's help him out, man. Let's screen share his Instagram, get him a couple followers. And that was a good interview, man.
For sure. We appreciate everybody that, bared with us. Obviously, the English to Spanish translations aren't the simplest, but we are trying to give everybody an opportunity. Boxing is a global sport. And, this guy got the win over someone that we respected and someone that we were following. This is him after his big win. So he picked up a strap in the WBO, so he will be getting elevated soon enough. And, he looks like a big boy, for sure. Nice. We are scheduled to have another guest. We're going to get back to our regularly scheduled program, talk a little bit about these stalled negotiations with Ryan and Tank. Then get back to another big interview from one of our community members, Marlon Sims, who got a fight, man. So we continue to support our own. That being said, we are taking callers so we can mix it up a little bit if anybody has any thoughts on the failed negotiations. Danny, I don't know if you heard Chicken Talk. They had Espinoza again. But Jesus Christ, man, I don't even get it. I don't even get why they get him on. I'm going to be real.
My man, ask him nothing?
Man, he's a fucking wordsmith, bro. That dude's a magician, bro. He sits there and he's like, blah, 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 and he puts them all to sleep. They all to sleep. He literally told them, oh, well, this is new shit. This is a couple years ago that we getting guarantees. It's like, man, stop fucking lying, bro. And that's why he go over there, because he know I would tell him you're a fucking liar. So Floyd ain't had no guarantees? Floyd wasn't getting 32 million point 50 fucking guaranteed fight after fight after fight after fight. The fuck is he talking about? Oh, yeah, this guarantee shit is new.
Yo.
Bullshit.
I just want to throw out there, too.
Then he says,
Rob, where are you? UK Rob, I need you to comment. Give me a comment, and then I'm going to tell you something, right? Because you know what the fuck I'm going to bring up.
What?
Because I'm hot, champ.
What?
I'm fucking hot. UK Rob, I'm waiting on him.
What?
Yeah, yes, Nine Driller, that is a fair fucking point. And Espinoza is a lawyer, so
Hey, wordsmith.
you know how
Wordsmith. Bro, he literally said, I mean, when I was with Oscar, we did this with Top Rank. Man, get out of here, bro. Then he gonna tell us, oh, what the fighters reported the commissions is what they guessing. So you just telling us that boxing is full of shit, that everything is a lie. Oh, the fighters tell the commission what they assume they're gonna get. They don't really know. The money's still coming in. He literally said that you could get a check for your pay-per-view for $30 2 years later. He says, yo, I've seen that come in. 2 years later, a $30 check.
I mean, I could believe that in the sense,
Bro, even if that's true, Danny, get your shit together. How the fuck you still calculating after 2 years, man?
No. I mean, I'm just saying,
Shit,
like,
garbage.
I could see that being true in the sense that, my man's what's my boy, short boy with the fro from the TV show, the old show. You know what I'm talking about?
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about, Willis? He's still getting his residual checks. I can see that.
Dude, that's royalty, man. You kidding me?
All right, so Rob is listening. So I'm going to tell the world right now. I'm fucking hurt, Rob. I'm fucking hurt. And I'm going to send you this in a voice message too, and I'm going to tell the world why I'm fucking hurt. Because I knew Eddie was in town yesterday. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I reached out to Eddie.
Eddie don't rock with us.
And it's like, yo, Eddie, I know you ain't doing nothing right now. You gonna meet with Big Bosch later on for some Chinese. Give me 10 minutes. He said, I'm here for 4 hours, mate. And it's like, Eddie, I just need 10 minutes. I'll come to you. Left me on red.
Like always. That's why I ain't get too excited. He was like, oh shit, Eddie respond. I'm like, he responds 1 out of 100 messages. You send him 100, he'll respond once.
And he only responded because I knew he was in town. You know what I'm saying? This was before anything was posted. So he knew that I knew he was in town. I'm only here for 4 hours. Yeah, but I know you ain't meeting with the big boss till later. So give me 10 minutes right now. Nothing. It's unfortunate, man.
It is what it is, bro. They got their peoples, man. We not them.
Damn, Gary Coleman died?
That's what they said. Roy, what up?
Damn, rest in peace, my boy.
What up, Roy? People living in a dream world talking about they ain't used to be like that. Stop acting like we had Eddie on speed dial, man. He been on the podcast a handful of times. He was not on speed dial. We couldn't just get him whenever we wanted. We had more interaction with him because I was a field guy, and I stopped being in the field. So I ain't with all that going to fucking places anymore. I'm tired. Roy, what up? Oh, hold on, Roy. Hold on. Somehow you are not connected, but we will connect you.
we didn't have a rematch clause in the first place. Does that make any sense at all? Somebody can tell me, because I don't get it.
Yo, yo.
All right. Roy, I think now we should be good if you want to call back in. Do apologize for that little technical difficulty, but not much we can do to control any type of bugs like that. Once again, we are scheduled to have Marlon So Icy Sims. I got Roy back. What's up? What the
We
fudge?
thought we thought Roy was back, but we'll get him. Yo, y'all wasn't kidding. Gary Coleman fell down some stairs. That's how he died, bro. That's unfortunate. My mom used to watch him all the time. So like when I was a little kid, I used to watch. Can't even remember the show now. That's unfortunate. But we do appreciate everybody tuned in. We apologize for the audio issues. Bear with us.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to have to call in on Blog Talk or Discord till we figure out Twitter Spaces. They seem to be having some sort of issue. We'll get it working in just a bit. But Blog Talk Discord is open for those that want to call in via those platforms. I'll try.
Yes, best dad ever. I had to Google it. I didn't know, champ.
What?
You know that Gary Coleman died falling down some stairs.
That sucks.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't know, champ. But do appreciate everybody tuned in.
Looks like we got somebody on Blog Talk. Who's this in the 210? We'll have to look that up. That feels like what? San Antonio, right?
Yeah, 210 San Antonio, no doubt about that. Yo, what's up with my guy used to call in the sanitation worker?
Which one?
From San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to him?
He probably working.
Damn, champ, if you listening, shout out. Damn, Gary Coleman died in 2010. That's when I graduated middle school. 2010.
So we got, all right, this is a new caller in the 210. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Talk to us.
Hello? Can anyone hear me? Hello?
Oh,
I
Lord.
can't hear anyone if anyone can hear me.
We hear you perfect.
Talk, champ.
Sir.
Hello?
We hear you.
Hello?
We could literally hear ourselves saying hello.
Hello? Yeah, talk to us.
What the fuck?
All right, we're going to come back to you, champ, in the 210.
We hear you perfect.
All right.
All right.
CYP, what up?
We hear you.
Let me know if y'all can hear me, because I heard him, but I know he couldn't hear you, because I heard him saying, y'all hear me?
We heard that. We heard everything. We hear you. We heard him. We heard ourselves.
Yeah, it should messing up.
What up, though, man? Oh, shit. I guess.
He dropped off.
All right.
All right. Well. We'll keep it moving. I'm going to go ahead and get our guest in because, it ain't working. Couldn't get those callers in. Might as well get the guest in.
Oh, is Marlon ready for us?
I believe so.
All right.
So we're going to send that link to him. And we'll go from there. So what do you think this fight, what do you think the outcome is going to be with the whole Tank and Ryan
they gonna
situation?
figure it out. They gonna figure it out.
I did hear
gonna
Espinoza
figure it
say
out.
on Chicken Talk that we don't need 8 to 10 weeks anymore, unless you're doing a multiple city press tour. It's just so weak the way that they've gone about promoting these days. They scratch certain things and try to make it okay because they can't get their shit together. It's like, how do you not need 10 to 12 weeks? Oh, that's a thing of the past. He said what you said. He said nobody's buying pay-per-views 10, 12 weeks out.
I mean,
I'm like, shit. Fucking up. That's what he's doing. But Marlon, what's going on?
Yo, what's good? How my audio sound?
You straight?
Oh man, feel good, man. Everything is rolling smooth. Everything is perfect right now.
So where you at right now, champ?
Man, I'm still in Florida right now, down here in Gibsonton, Florida, right outside of Tampa.
And you joined Tampa Boxing, right? That's where you're training at now?
No, I'm at it's Signature Punch Boxing. So
Okay.
right here in
That's a
Tampa
beautiful
Boxing though.
gym.
Yeah,
That's a
man. So I've
beautiful
been
gym.
yeah, man. It's a lovely situation that we got going on.
So did you sign a signature or are you just training there?
No, I'm just training there, but me and Big G, we've been talking and whatnot, so we'll see what we got shaken out and what we can make going forward. So we got opportunities coming.
So what is this opportunity you got? When's this fight date? Who's showing the fight? How could we watch it?
So this one here is this Friday out in Ontario, California on
On
Thompson
Thompson
Boxing.
Boxing, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So on Thompson Boxing, it'll be live stream on their Facebook, Instagram, and on their YouTube channel. So anybody be able to tune in for free. With this opportunity right here, this is the same fight that I had scheduled before when I had to get that eye surgery when I was out in California, and that was something that was that threw off my plans and played a part of my inactivity moving forward in my boxing career.
What kind of eye surgery, champ? You had the Earl
It was
Spence injury?
No, not quite. No, nothing that severe. But it was something that was called holes in my retina, and they said it had nothing to
Man,
do
that shit
with my
sound worse,
vision.
bruh.
It
Detached retina
sound
or holes in your retina? What you want? That shit sound worse. Is
yeah
it
yeah.
worse?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It said what it was for combat. Like she said, I could have went my entire life without ever getting that surgery. But she said just in the sense of combat and California being so strict. They said that it's a possibility of a torn or a detached retina. It's a higher possibility, but she said it's a full guarantee. It's a very high likelibility that it wouldn't even have happened. But they just wanted to make sure that they were covering themselves and me at the same time.
So how'd this situation come about, man? I know you'd been wanting to fight for a while now.
Yeah, man, I just been keeping in contact with them. So they hit me up about June of last year, and that's when we first got in contact about fighting Georgia Costa in the 8 round bout. And then I just, since I was up there and they paid for, traveling and everything, the fight fell out one day before weigh-ins, and then after that it was just, just keeping in contact with them because I felt like the best thing I could do is keep in contact with them because they already started investing money, paying for the trip to get over there, paying for MRIs and things like that. So medical bills is already taken care of. So I just wanted to make sure that they, stayed in contact because that's the opportunity for me at the same time.
For sure. And this is an 8-round fight. This will be your first 8-rounder, but you haven't fought since your loss to Dominic Crowder. Yeah. Is this the right move to jump into a straight 8-rounder?
Yeah, man, I've been fortunate to have some very good sparring partners down here. The training camp with my new team, everything's been going smooth. It's a bit of at the same time I just need to get back in the ring to get active and get going. At the same time, I feel like this is a decent opponent that's going to propel me going forward, and somebody who's who got the skills to keep me on my game during this. But yeah, I am coming off a 2-year layoff, but I ain't got no worries about that, man. I put in a lot of work, and I feel more than 100% ready and confident to go in there and perform and get back to where I need to be.
Now, I want to say Dominic is out there, right? Isn't he training in Orlando?
Not that I'm aware of. We follow each other on Instagram, but I haven't seen or checked out any of his posts or anything lately.
So who have you been able to get sparring? Because I know Signature Punch is a nice gym, but I feel like all the known fighters are either at George Camboso's gym, which is Centennials, or Evolution Boxing, which is the old gym of kid from Brooklyn that moved down there. Puerto Rican, come on. All the Puerto Ricans train down there. Jesus Christ. You serious?
Mundo Boxing?
No, Evolution. But what's the kid that lost the IBF title? It's not a full title. He was with Top Rank, got cut. Josue Vargas, Berlanga, all of them trained down there in Evolution with what's the coach? Coach Nelson.
Okay, yeah.
No, nothing over there, Marlon?
No, nothing out that way. What I've been at Plant City Boxing, I've been at Aguilar's Boxing, and they bring in. So we got days where we can bring in people from different gyms and have those days of sparring. So it'll be people from different gyms that I probably don't even know of, but we just been meeting up, linking up, and gearing up and just sparring, and it's been phenomenal, man. So I got other people, I got obviously a whole new community of people of the Cuban boxers that I've been sparring with, and the different style of the Mexican fighters that I've been fighting with and sparring with, and so I've been feeling like I'm real prepared for this fight here.
How often is sparring taking place out there?
Depending on where we at, whatnot, we'll probably spar on our setup days maybe 2 or 3 times a week. We do a Tuesday, maybe do a Thursday, and then probably do something else on a Saturday maybe.
So take me back to the Dominic Crowder fight, man. What went wrong there in your opinion?
You know what? Yeah, so that was coming off another year layoff there, which I never made any excuses for this fight. As soon as the fight was done, I said, hey, you was the better man that night. Looking back on it, man, I definitely say I knew I should have been done with that 126-pound weight division. Both of my performances when I touched 126 pounds was the lackluster performance of myself. Yeah, I'm still able to compete, but I could be losing something, whether it's fatigue or power or just something at cutting that much weight. But I was coming off a year layoff. He was very active. I think he fought in November, and we then fought at the end of January. So he was still active, but it was a decent fight, definitely good scrap, something that still propelled me going forward. But because I didn't get that victory, that's that little stab in the stomach a little bit.
What's the contracted weight for this new fight?
For this one here is 132 pounds. So I'm cool with making 130 pounds. But just due to the fact that I haven't been, active nor cutting weight, so I wanted to give myself that little buffer, 132. And once I'm all done with this weight cut, everything is going smooth. I leave out tomorrow, and then everything has been going smooth. So I'll either decide if I want to stay at 130 pounds, if I want to move up to 135. I've had fights from 126 all the way to 140 within my 9 fight career, just at the same time of having development fights and to stay active at the same time.
Now, is there any fear that you're going to the A-Sides home, the A-Sides promotion, the A-Sides network? I mean, it's
No, man,
pretty.
I prefer to be that road warrior, to be honest, because I feel like that makes me train a little bit harder. That makes me fight a little bit harder because I know how the game goes. I'm coming in, B side, you got put in the corner where the judges know, okay, this is the away fighter and things like that. But because I believe in myself and I believe in my skills, I'm okay with that, man. I am actually looking forward to it, so I can go out there and show these people like, hey, man, I came out here and they thought that I was gonna be an easy fight, I was gonna be an easy picking for them, and I'm coming to fuck up his plans and put a pause to whatever he think he got going on.
So how much tape have you watched on him? Are you that type of person that you actively?
Usually, Usually, I don't watch a lot of tape. I'll probably watch a few rounds of one fight that he won and one fight that he lost if that person has a loss, or I'll probably watch, just something recent of just maybe a few rounds of a recent fight and then the last fight, and then I'll just let my team take over. But the other day, I actually was watching his last fight, and I see what they're doing. They're preparing him good for a southpaw because his last opponent was a southpaw, and so now he's getting in there with me. And I feel that the southpaw that he had might gave him a southpaw look, but he's not gonna have that speed, the pop, and the movement that I provide.
Now he's been active. He had a fight last July, but only one fight. Do you think that helps him, or is he as inactive as you? Even though obviously you have,
I don't, I don't think
2
it's gonna. I
months.
don't think it's gonna make a difference. I think it's going. I don't think it's gonna make a difference at all. I think what that they think there's gonna be just, oh, he hasn't fought in 2 years. He's coming off a loss. I think that this is the right time to pick this guy up, and that's where I think they're gonna make the mistake at.
What would you say that you bring to the table that is probably gonna surprise them come fight night?
I think it's gonna be more the speed and the accuracy of my punching. To be honest, I ain't gonna necessarily say like I'm dropping and knocking people out all the time, but I got some pop um, that you ain't just gonna walk through once I land these shots. And I got the speed, I got movement. Definitely been working on combination punches, so I think that right there is gonna be the thing that's gonna change my game because I've always been a fight on the back foot type of fighter, and I understand that going in somebody's backyard, the judges look at this person as he's coming forward. But even though I'm fighting backwards, I feel that I am controlling the range or fighting at my pace, vice versa to me trying to fight somebody off.
A lot of comments coming after that question about not watching tape. And, everybody's like, why wouldn't you watch tape as a fighter? Why wouldn't you watch tape? Can you explain why you normally wouldn't watch tape? Is it a thing that if you watch too much tape, then you're like in your own head?
No, so like I said, I watched his full fight of his last 8 rounder. I watched the full fight a couple times actually. So maybe I think going forward at the time because I was in those developmental fights, fighting these people that I knew I was supposed to beat. It wasn't necessarily too much that I was going to get from the fight. I'll probably watch a round or two, and then, like I said, I just leave it up to my team because they're going to tell me and they're going to show me and tell me the things that I can't see while I'm in the ring. So if I see that this person is doing that in the video, and then what if they change their whole game and that's not what they fight like no more? So I don't want to get caught up spending too much time on that. I just do what I gotta do and then let my team and work on my listening skills because they're gonna tell me the things to do.
For sure. Speaking of team, I know that you switched up everything, right? New manager,
Yeah.
new trainers. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, yeah. So no management now. So I'm operating solo dolo on that part.
Give
I
me
got some people that.
details. Give me details. Why? Why? Because I feel like that manager, I remember his name, but I feel like he was moving you. He moved you
Yeah,
up
Eric.
until the
Eric.
Crowder loss.
Yeah. It was Eric Hendrickson and good dude, man. Started off and he was really able to do a lot moving forward when I first started, but we kind of split ways. It was a part of for me just a lot of inactivity. Um, and then I think I'll say it like this: once it came to me taking that first loss, I already had inactivity, but me coming to take that first loss, um, it was more of how I felt that they kind of gave up on me in a way. That's how I took it. But we talked about it. That's not what it was, but that's how I felt because a lot of things wasn't shaking out. Even though they did sign up a few more fights here and there for me, and then just somebody might have had a medical issue going on, and that fight didn't materialize. So that's just part of it. But then when I decided to move down here, it's just even though he can manage even from Minnesota, but we just I felt like it was at that point where it was easier for us to just part ways until I get somebody who want to see me get in the ring and keep me active and being able to keep me active. That's where I think that's where the downfall was, is that it wasn't enough activity for me.
So in that 2 year layoff, were you actively trying to seek fights, or were you just soaking in the layoff and trying to work on you?
No, man, I was looking for fights, man. I was looking for fights, and then just the timing of some things where it was just the timing of some things falling out. We had a few fights I think we had scheduled. Some fell out a week or two before the fight date, um, and just different things. And then when I started planning my move down to Florida, it was just that part of outside of the ring where that was making a difference.
So I'm watching his fight from his last fight. My man looks like he hydrates well, right? What you think?
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. No, he looks good. I'm the type of person I'm gonna get whoever I'm in the ring with their flowers because once I beat you, I don't want to be like, oh, well, this person was that. I supposed to. No, I
The
want you to be
best,
something good.
yeah, no, the
Yeah,
best fighter possible. Shit, I never
yeah. I
understood
want you.
that, yo. I never understood that. It's like shit. Like, for example, like Floyd, I never understood. I mean, I understood why. Obviously, actually, I don't. I never understood why
No, I
why you shit
understand
on
why people do
Canelo.
it.
Like, I mean,
I understand why
I
people
get
do
it
it.
from the rivalry point, but it's like,
Yeah,
yo, Floyd's best win is Canelo. Like nobody has accomplished more after he beat him than Canelo. You get what I'm saying? And he keeps
yeah.
accomplishing shit. So it's like, shit, I want my opponent to be the baddest motherfucker out there.
That
Make me look
hey, that's
best.
one thing. That's one thing I look at for Dominic Crowder. I want that boy to become a world champion. I want that boy to be everything. But still, I had that competitiveness even after they said that he won in that decision. We shook hands and talked to us. I'm like, yeah, I'm down for a rematch immediately. But that's that competitor in me because I'm like, man, I'm done with this damn weight class. First off, so and then so it wouldn't happen. But that's just a competitor. But I want to see him to continue to be undefeated and going forward and, fighting and, achieving stuff because that only states that, okay, I was able to go this fight with this dude and, he continued to go on and do great stuff. And then I continue to go on and do great stuff. So it's only going to, just, build it up.
Do you find it easier to navigate through this business for yourself, or does it add pressure and just worry that you have to be your own manager? You have to call and seek out opportunities.
No, it ain't hard at all, man. I go on Box Rec. I look at whatever promoters that's having something coming up, and I just send emails out, let them know what my weight class is, let them know what I'm willing to do and whatnot. And then if they reach out to me, that's perfectly fine. Or on all the dang on social media sites, talking to different matchmakers, they reach out to me like, hey, we got this, and then I know what I'll be kind of looking forward to getting these fights. So then I have them also looked over by, if I send something back to Eric, if he, just to get his point on it, or send it over to somebody else who's knowledgeable in the sport.
Wait,
So
so Eric is your former manager. You still sending him contracts to look over? So you guys are tight. That's cool.
yeah. No, we definitely had a friendship before, and after. Like, so if I can call him and be like, hey, man, this is what do you know about this promoter? Is this promoter, straight up, or is this promoter shaky? Things like that. So no, he's a good dude. And I could call on him today. So yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. That's definitely A
Yeah,
beautiful thing,
I didn't
man.
want to. I don't want to be one of the people who leave boxing and be bitter with everybody that I ran into through boxing. And have the business, destroy different things. So for sure.
So where do you think this a win over this in this matchup? Where does that put you? What position do you think you would be in? How does this
So
help
last
Mr.
So the last
Sims?
time I looked at my rankings before my inactivity, so it shows nothing. I was in the top 40, and this guy here is top 16 or ranked 16 in the U.S. So I feel that me coming off this layoff and getting this victory, because that's inevitable. Um, I think that is going to put me in the 20s, I believe. I think that's gonna put me in the 20s. So once I'm there, I think that's where it's gonna be. You know, I think my phone gonna ring a lot more. Opportunities should come, hopefully, and we just continue to train hard and prepare properly going forward.
Do you think you rushed at this opportunity? And maybe rush is the wrong word, but do you think you jumped on this opportunity because of his knockout ratio? Like, he's got one knockout. Like, he's got a 7%. I don't think I've ever seen that other than women.
Damn.
Yeah, that was I will say that was part of it. But the thing that I give him on top of that is that he's been 10 rounds before. He's been 8 rounds before. So he got stamina, he's got conditioning, and he's got that mindset that he's been those rounds. I've only been those rounds in sparring where I can go straight up, 10 or whatever rounds that we do straight up. And I
Yeah,
know it's tough
even
sparring.
even Paulie got a 15%.
I never seen that. I never seen that other than women.
Bro, I couldn't think of nobody else to go check than Paulie. I'm like,
Nah, and Paulie
So
got maybe. I think Paulie wrapped up his career with 7, right?
yeah, 7 total.
Shit, he had 5 for years. For
so
years.
yeah, man, that's part of it. And I feel like, at the same time it's a great step up coming right back off of another step up. Um, but we got to stay vigilant. I think the only time that he's had that loss is against somebody who has
Bro.
probably like a 80% knockout ratio. So
Mm.
he didn't stop him either. So I got to take that in consideration that he could probably take a punch and all of this stuff. So I'm just prepared all the way around. So that's the way I look at stuff when I see an opportunity for a fight.
Yeah, he lost to Ruben Torres, who has an 80% knockout ratio. Ruben, at the time when he fought him, I believe he was only 8-0. Let me double check. Yeah, he was only 8-0, and now Ruben is 19-1 with 16 KOs.
Yeah.
I got curious because you said he was stuck at 5 for a while. So 6 and 7 came out the country.
Yeah, but in Ukraine, he stopped Sinchenko for a world title.
And then it was one in Canada. Bro, his last stoppage in America was in 03.
And I get that, but for Paulie, like, he did it. Like,
No,
because Paulie went to the Ukraine. Golden Boy only won the purse bid $250,000, bro. He had to split that with the opponent, fly to the Ukraine and fight the fucking champion. Then he knocked him out with jabs, bust his eye. You got to watch that fight. I mean, that was probably Paulie's best performance in his life. Then after that, guys like Hatton and Kelbrook fought that dude, but Paulie beat him, undefeated world champ. But sorry, Marlon.
No, you good.
Obviously, that is part of this sport. Knockout power is what people want. And we got to give him the education that even Paulie, who is unexpected, got the unexpected in a whole nother country. So that means that anyone with a low percentage can still get that knockout. That being said, I know you can't give away too much of the game plan, but he seems to lean forward, man. Tell me you've been working on that uppercut, man. He
Hey,
seems to like he's heavy on that front foot, like, you know what I mean? You're the fighter, not me, but do you feel like that uppercut will be there, or is there something else that you see you can capitalize on because of his head placement?
yeah, he ain't got a lot of head movement, man. I can say whatever I want because at this point, whatever his flaws is, it's not going to change within a couple of days. So we are prepared. I think, like I said, my speed. If you watch his last fight, the guy was, flat-footed, stayed there, kind of not even a brawling style, but he just stayed there to get hit, and even he was able to still touch a coaster. So I think with my movement and creating those angles, it's going to be the thing that's going to be different for him. So I just wanted to make sure that I'm in the tip top shape because, like I said, I know he can go those rounds. It looked like he picked up his punch count from his previous fights that I've watched. He's even though he's Mexican, but he doesn't fight that Mexican style. He looked like he wanted to box. So um, I'm prepared either way, man. Like one of the guys that I've been sparring with more regularly, his name is Mondo out of Aguilar Boxing Gym, and he's 8-1 as a professional as well. And he's probably like a couple centimeters shorter than me, and he fights that Mexican style. So when me and him get in the ring, I'm prepared for that. So if this dude want to switch up his style and try to get that, now we got these 8-ounce gloves on. I'm still gonna touch you, and it ain't gonna be no tap tap here and there.
You seem to be a person with a lot of height and reach. Does your fight style suit your characteristics and attributes, or do you not? Because Paul Williams was tall. He didn't use his height and reach.
Yeah, I like to believe that I use my height and reach properly at times. I know some people said it before that I kind of give up that here and there, but overall I do feel like I use my height, especially when I pay attention to it and I keep them at the end of that jab and set something up. So that's also a lot more stuff that I've been working on as well, though.
And you're not signed with Thompson. This is a one-off.
Correct. This is just a one-off, and my whole thing is to go in there and perform beautifully, and see what we got and see who else on their roster that might even be a potential opponent if they want to see me again. So we just decide and just get this one out the way, and I just want to keep being active this year. That's my goal plan.
Do they have an option if you win? Because if you win, you beat in there, the house fighter.
Yeah, no, we didn't put any options in that. That's something that I will be looking forward going to somebody I spoke with before. And they said that's something that they always usually look forward to doing. If you go in there and beat one of their house fighters, that you get that opportunity to take over that contract or, different things that I've been hearing and different little game plans and negotiation.
And where's this fight taking place? I feel like it's right in Cali, right?
Ontario,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, it's in Ontario, California. I'm at the DoubleTree Hotel right out of Ontario Airport.
Yup. So anybody in Southern California, LA area, Inland
Hey, shout
Empire.
out, damn, my guy.
Karma Surge.
No. Goddamn. Am I drawing a blank? Puff Puff Pastries. Info
Okay.
Joe.
Info
Yeah,
Joe.
Info Joe. Info Joe gonna be out there. I mean him
Really?
chopped it up. Yeah, Info Joe
He's in
gonna.
Long Beach.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there.
Yeah, it's not far. He said it's like a town or so over or whatever. But so I've been talking to Info Joe. So Info Joe, much love to you, man. Always the respect and love, and so he said he's gonna definitely be out there, and I said I appreciate that support because I'm going into territory, enemy territory. If I can hear one voice that I've heard before, or see one person, but that ain't too much of a issue for me. I'm just gonna go in there, do what I gotta do, and what I've been planning to do.
February 10th is Saturday or
Friday.
Friday?
This
That's this
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, wow,
This
this
Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
How far is that for us?
Like 3 hours.
Sheesh. We're going to
Yeah,
see,
man.
We might have to make the trip, Marlon. You know what I mean?
Man,
Get up in there.
it's
I
only
don't think
right.
I don't think I've ever covered a Thompson boxing card live.
The good thing is that it's so Ontario's like near Rancho Cucamonga, which most of you know from next Friday. So for
Yep.
us,
I only know from the mansion. Even though you about to tell me now. From the look on his face, he about to say that's not where the mansion was.
no, that's definitely not. I didn't even realize that's the mansion you was talking about. But for us, if we was to drive, it's like before you hit LA, so it's like on the outskirts.
So we don't hit the traffic?
In theory, we would not hit LA traffic.
I'm going to put it like this. I just put the vet in the shop because I bought some new little shit to make sure dudes don't look like Ness. If it's ready, we going out there with the new little shit so dudes don't look like Ness. You feel me? We gonna light up the streets because I added some new fog lights.
I'm gonna need you to go ahead and call the shop and let them know to get that shit done ASAP.
I just
Tell
dropped
them
it off
pronto.
yesterday.
What's today? Tuesday though, right? So yesterday was
Tuesday,
Monday. Yeah, Marlon.
It might be ready.
It might be ready.
He said 3 days, but him and his son, we just interviewed his son, Jesse Torres, and himself. They were on the Win Show. They got the Missouri nationals. Obviously, he's the owner, so he's not doing the work, so it still should be done. So yeah, if I could get it, I'm gonna go check you out, man. You know you my guy. Plus, for those that don't know, Marlon has been to our events. He came to Border Wars in Florida. He gave out shirts. He was a
No,
celebrity
that was
judge.
Border Wars Dallas. Border Wars Dallas when we watched the Earl Spence,
Yeah, but you was
Danny
in Florida
Garcia.
too. Didn't
Nope,
you
I didn't
come?
make it to that one.
You
No,
didn't come to the
I didn't get to make
Northport
it.
one?
Nope, but I will plan on being at the
Damn,
at
my
this Border
bad.
Wars out
I
there in
swore
Vegas
you
on the
was in
Yo,
23rd
Florida.
so wait. So you said you was in Dallas for which one?
for the Earl Spence and Danny.
You did a Border Wars for that one?
Not that I remember, but we did a lot in Dallas. We did a lot in
Yeah,
Dallas, and he was definitely there. I thought it was
yeah.
Florida though.
No, it was that one. I remember meeting everybody and chopping it up with everybody. You know,
Yeah,
provided shirts to the winners of the Border Wars and
that's
whatnot.
right,
So
man. So I got to do the same. You came through and supported, so I'm definitely gonna be there. Once again, how could they tune into this fight? Because I see
on
that
Thompson,
Thompson. I
yeah.
see that I see that their last fight, the one that your opponent, that was on Seconds Out. So do you know what
They got
YouTube channel it'll
they
be
they
on?
for sure they for sure have it on their IG, but they also have it on their YouTube channel, Thompson Boxing Promotion. So once I get that full thing set up, I know I got their website and everything, but once I get that, everybody make sure you follow me on all social media. And that's Marlon So Icy Sims on anything, YouTube, Facebook. I'm definitely gonna be putting that information out, sending out, all the updates that I can. And I definitely want everybody to tune in. I don't get no residual off anything. All this free anyway, um, for the viewing of the fights, the streams. But definitely want people to be aware. I haven't been, active at all, so I want to come back, make a splash in the sport, and
What time is it on
get that.
Friday?
Cars start 8 p.m.
Oh wow.
Pacific, so it's gonna be
Oh wow.
definitely an
I'm
adjustment
gonna
in a
make it,
way for
man.
myself. Yeah, it's gonna be an adjustment for myself because I'm on
That's
Eastern time,
11.
so technically 11 o'clock when it starts here, and we the
Yes.
main event. So ain't no telling what time we gonna actually
Oh
step
When
shit.
into
do
the
you
ring.
get in town though, Marlon? Shit, you had to get
I come in
acclimated.
tomorrow morning. I'm gonna come
Okay.
in tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, I get there. I think what 10 a.m. or something like that.
So you going straight to Ontario, I'm assuming.
Yeah, going straight there.
You're flying into Ontario?
No, we flying into LAX and then
Oh,
we got a
okay.
drive. They got a driver set up for me, so then they come pick me up and transfer me everywhere I
I
need
was
to
just
go.
Oh, they
asking.
treating you good over there. You
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
beat
man.
this
Like I said,
fool.
they did it very well. Even last time we was there, he took us, brought me all my medicals and everything. The best thing now is that I got less medicals to do. My eye work is already done. I submitted all of that stuff. My blood work is done here. Um, my all of the main stuff, the MRIs, all that's already done from the last time I went there. So now I just got to do whatever smaller steps. So I get more time to relax, make sure that I am where I am to be on weight, and then got to be, trying to do medicals and make weight at the same time. And it's a beautiful situation that I got. Everything is aligned and perfect.
Well, I can't let you go. This is in and around your division. What do you think? Do Ryan and Tank actually get this fight to the public? Like, do we get to see it this year, man? We've had so many headlines about, potential Allegiant stadiums and this being a super fight, man. Are we going to get it?
Yeah, I believe so. I do believe, I do believe that we will get this fight. More than any other. I do believe that, yes.
All right. Well, Marlon, let them know where they can find you on social media, and once again, how they can purchase tickets and or watch the fight.
Yeah, so follow me on all social media. That's Marlon So Icy. That's SOICEY Sims, SIMS. And you can purchase the fight, or if you're coming into town, if you in the Ontario area, go to Thompson Boxing. It's going to be at the Ontario Airport at the DoubleTree. And then just continue to follow me on this journey. I've been I'm local in the channel. I'm local, all around through the YouTube networks. So I want to definitely you know be more active again and just give everybody something to watch and just grow within this sport. And that's pretty much it, man. And I'm just grinding, man. I'm excited. I got a lot of energy inside. I'm trying to hold it back, but I got a lot of energy inside because I know where I was and where I'm at now, and the whole new opportunities and situations that put me in a position of where I can continue to do what I love to do.
All right, Chant. Well, we do appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming in. Get this win, Chant. And
Yes, sir.
we
You
want to
know
get
it.
you right back on, man. We want you in the
Yeah,
mix.
yeah. I'm gonna do my victory lap. I'm gonna pop up probably. So I'm getting the win, and then probably pop
Yo,
up for Border
get that
Wars.
win. Get that win.
Yeah,
So if you in town for Border Wars, we could get you on the show.
For sure.
you already know. I'm already planning it out, man. It's inevitable. They done fucked up. And it's a wrap on that part. So we gonna do what we gotta do, and I just want everybody to tune in. So you hear me talking about how I'm talking now, that you gonna see the performance and be like, damn, he did it, coming off a layoff, not taking an easy fight, and that's really where I'm at with it.
All right, champ. Well, hopefully we'll see you Friday.
Yes, sir. Good luck, man.
I appreciate it, man. Much
All
love.
right. Later. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Marlon, So Icy, Sims. Let me get to our poll, Danny. We did have a poll for those that don't know. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia in Jeopardy over rematch clause. Should winner network host rematch? And you know what? Since those two interviews, Danny, we're wrong. Like, we're wrong. The right answer is no. It ain't the winner or the loser. Andy won. He didn't get to fucking host the rematch. There's plenty of people that win that don't get the. Usyk won. He didn't get to host the rematch. Like,
Bivol won.
if I'm giving you a 2-fight or a 1-fight with the option for a rematch, that rematch is on my network because I'm the A side. I'm wrong. Like, it didn't click. Like, how could I say? First of all, it's not a 50-50 fight. If it was a 50-50 fight, it would be co-broadcast.
You're right.
They've already admitted it's not a 50-50 fight by giving Tank the network lead. So how do I put on the first fight with a rematch clause but say it goes to your network? I don't even think we seen that with AJ and Vlad. It was more like, we'll show it on Showtime and you guys could get the rebroadcast on HBO. So
And even with the rematch,
answer's been there.
And then even with the rematch for that one that didn't happen, it was gonna be still Matchroom, and only difference was HBO was gonna get the thing, but that never even happened. You get what I'm saying? So I know we've had the 2 interviews this morning, but CYP's been hard at work in the comments and bringing up all these examples, and no, you're right, Ness. And like I said, bro, I wasn't even that worried in the sense that I felt they were gonna get the shit done, and I still feel they're gonna get the shit done. I think that they are gonna understand the significance, the meaning, the just the magnitude of the fight, and I think they'll get it done.
Yeah. I mean, just based off history, Ryan just doesn't deserve it. It's a matter of who's the A side, who's putting on the first fight. I don't remember, but someone can tell me. I just don't remember a fight where the rematch landed on another network. Unless the original network didn't want it, and then I guess it happened years later. But hopefully we could get Ari Boxing on. Let me double check if this shit is working. If not, remember, we do have Discord open, and we can try there. But let's see if this is going to work. We hear that. So, Ari, are you there?
I'm here. Can you guys hear me? How you guys doing today?
Perfect.
So yeah, I'm glad you guys said that, because if you guys notice, for example, when Oscar De La Hoya fought, Oscar was saying basically like, oh, whoever wins the fight is supposed to be the A side, correct? That was his quote to Mike Carpenter's, which is completely not true, because when Oscar De La Hoya lost to Sugar Shane Mosley, he was still the A side in the rematch, right? Even though it was the same network, they were still both on HBO, but De La Hoya was still the A side. I believe also that when De La Hoya wanted the rematch versus Trinidad, and I believe when he also wanted the rematch with Mayweather, he was also trying to be the A side in those rematches. So I don't see why Ryan Garcia has to be the A side if there's a rematch. And to be honest, if the rematches was holding up the fight, then do away with the rematch clause. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's coming from the Tank side, but that's just my opinion.
What you mean from the Tank side?
Last
What you mean from the Tank side?
Well, I don't know who's because the thing is, for example, who from my understanding, the rematch clause is coming from Tank, right? Or no?
I mean, from my understanding, it's a one-way rematch in favor of Tank. Yeah.
Correct, correct. So that's what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, I mean, I understand why Tank's team would want a rematch. Obviously, they've built them up to be an attraction, and if you lose, then okay, you want to get your get back. Um, but listen, last night we spoke to Steven Espinoza, and I actually DM'd you the
Yeah.
recording of it,
Thank
Ness.
you. I listened to
And
it.
I mean, he's optimistic that it could happen, and I think he said that. Listen, if the rematch clause is the only issue when we get back the revised term,
Yeah, but
then he's happy because
he specifically said, "Oh, I'm not sounding facetious, but you know he was, and you know he was being extra sarcastic, talking about, well, if Oscar's saying it's only one thing, then we're happy. It's only one thing. I don't want to come back and there's a universe of things. It's only one thing because that's what he." Bro, he doesn't even believe it's one thing. He was being
well,
super
no,
sarcastic.
of course he doesn't believe it. He's being sarcastic because what Oscar tweeted out, he was saying that the only thing that they had that was the rematch clause. So we'll see, man. I just like I said, I don't necessarily see why Ryan has to be the A side if he wins. Um, looking at the, I mean, I'm not gonna compare numbers, whatever, but obviously Tank is the A side. So
True.
um, yeah, but yeah, like I said, Mosley versus De La Hoya is a perfect example. De La Hoya was the A side in both fights. You know, but that's my call. Thank you for taking my call, and we'll talk soon, man.
All right,
All right,
champ.
all right. Thank you for calling in. So we do have Twitter Spaces working again if anybody wants to tune in. And we have Discord available for anybody that wants to tune in. Looks like my producer's sending another poll. Oh boy. I like this though, actually. I do like this. This is a option, right? Like if Tank Ryan doesn't happen, if Tank Ryan falls through, which would be the best pay-per-view worthy replacement? You know who I'm saying.
Who?
Come on. You don't know who I'm saying?
If Tank Ryan falls through, who's the perfect replacement?
Mm-hmm.
Who you saying?
Gary Russell Jr. I ain't gonna stop saying that name. I want dudes that want to fight you. I don't want dudes that don't want to fight you. I want dudes that think they could beat you. You know what I mean? But we could throw Frank Martin as an option, right?
Think it's probably a more appealing option right now.
We got Gary Russell Jr., Pitbull, the rematch, Frank Martin. What else could we throw in there? De Los Santos? De Los Santos or what? Leave it 3?
I don't even want to.
What do you guys got?
Negativity.
What do you guys got?
I don't even want to speak this negativity.
Devin. They saying Devin. You can't get Devin. Devin busy. Devin's busy, brother. Realistic options for the fourth. We need a realistic fourth option before we make this poll and move on. Don't forget, you can also hit us up on Twitter Spaces and Discord if you want to call in. Nino, what up? I'm going to go with those 3 options since you didn't give me another. I'm about to time
Yo,
you
Ness,
out.
Danny, you can hear me?
Yes.
Yo, with this whole fight thing, I've been hearing a couple callers talk about it's the fighters ducking each other. I really think this more of a promotional thing, like with Showtime and shit. With the I don't even think it's really that big of a deal. Actually, I just think if it is a rematch clause, whoever wins should get the motherfucking, you feel me,
The
the rights to
rights.
show it. I don't even see why there should be an argument. Like if Tank lose, DAZN should get the right to show the fight over Showtime, and if Tank win and they have they
Yeah,
won't have a rematch.
but
If
that's the
Tank,
thing. That's the thing. It don't work that way. AJ lost plenty of times. The zone still had the rights. So why is the zone trying to do something different now?
nah, I ain't saying
No,
that. I just thought I ain't saying cause shit. I don't know. I ain't know that, but I'm just
yeah.
saying from my point of
Remember,
view. I just
Andy beat
with Ruiz.
AJ. Andy beat AJ, and the fight was still on the zone. Usyk beat AJ. The fight was still on the zone. You know what I mean? Like Andy wanted to leave.
I understand.
Remember, Andy even got more money. Andy was trying to leave, so if they really could leave, they would have left. They couldn't. You know, A
Yeah, I
side
mean,
gives
I
you the
guess I
contract.
guess they looking at it. I guess they looking at it in this way. Like if Ryan win, he'll be a bigger star. So I think they looking at it like that.
Yeah, but
Like I don't
Tank,
think they think
but Andy won and became a huge star. Andy won and became
true.
a huge
True.
fucking star, and he still was the B side because of the contract.
Yeah, but I mean, shit, in their eyes, they probably still thought Joshua was the bigger draw. You feel me? But I ain't on that business side shit. I don't know how that shit worked, to be honest. Like, I ain't even know that till you just told me that. Like, I knew they lost or whatever, but I ain't know, like, the TV rights and all that shit. But, like I said, if the fight don't happen, I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Russell. I think Gary Russell could sell the fight perfectly like Rolly did. That should be big as fuck because they're going to be talking crazy at the press conferences and whatnot. That should get everybody hyped. But then again, you know how niggas is with Tank. Like, they just going to be saying, oh, he picking on a little weight. He 126-pounder bringing him up. They ain't going to give him no respect for it and shit. So that's the only downside to that. I don't mind seeing him in there with Frank, but I don't think Frank, you feel me? Frank just too calm and cool right now. I don't think Frank gonna be talking crazy at the press conferences and shit. Frank just all business, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Frank gonna sell that. I don't think that fight marinated long enough. Even though I think Frank will give him a good fight. I don't think he'll beat him, but I think Frank will give him a good fight though. So like I said, I'd rather see him in there with Gary, but ain't nobody gonna give him respect for beating up no 126-pounder. But that's all I got on this call. Y'all hit that like and subscribe button, man.
All right. I mean, a lot of you dudes are stupid, right? Like, I don't want to time you out for having an opinion, but you have to do research. You can't take shots at me and call me biased for Tank when no one's provided a fight where the A side lost and the B side took the fight to their network. Contracts are contracts. You guys are talking about comparing AJ to Tank. Don't make me time you out. It ain't about comparing. The contract is the contract. A side is the A side. That's just the bottom line. You making excuses for Ryan, trying to find fake loopholes by saying Tank and AJ can be compared. Cool. Don't compare them. Compare the contract. I will time you out. I ain't got time this morning for the dummies. What up, Bacavelli?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm a long time listener, first time caller. Basically, what I wanted to say was, for me, the issue comes down to these promotions. They're not trying to come together and do this cross promotional business in good faith. At the end of the day, sure, there's been a precedence in the past about, oh, yeah, you know, Ruiz didn't get the A side or et cetera, et cetera. We talking about cross promotionally. Now, in this particular instance, we talking about a fighter like Ryan. Now, let me preface everything I'm saying by first saying I'm a Tank Davis fan. I think Tank gonna beat him. I don't think this rematch clause will even come into effect. So really, we just talking. It don't really matter. But if you look at it for what it is, it's not like Ryan is some scrub. He has a huge brand. He has a Gatorade deal. He's a very big deal. Beating someone like Tank Davis would be huge for him in that particular sense, considering that now they the one conceding to everything on Showtime for Showtime, and Ryan is doing it against the best wishes of his promoter because he's trying to get the shit done. Considering that all that being the case, if for some odd reason Ryan wins, I could definitely understand him being the A side. He's not like some run of the mill fighter. He's not someone they just brought forward. You feel what I'm saying? The reason why this fight is so big isn't because Tank Davis is a huge star. It's because the fight is between Tank and Ryan. That's why everyone's saying all these crazy numbers like, oh, it could do all this and the third, blase, blase. It's because the both of them together make it a huge deal. So that alone should bring forward the fact that, okay, Ryan actually holds some weight here. You feel what I'm saying? He's not the ace high by any means now, but if he beats Tank Davis with everything that he has behind him already, I don't see how he doesn't become the ace side.
Yeah, tell me why didn't Andy become the A side?
Well, this is the comparison we're making. Compare Andy Ruiz prior to beating Anthony Joshua and Ryan prior to this fight between the two.
Tell me
The
why.
brands on
Tell
each.
me why Buster
Hold on,
Douglas
hold on. Let
didn't
me answer
turn
your
to the
question.
A
Hold on. Let
side.
me let me answer. Okay, I can. This you just giving me more examples. Compare the brands of Buster Douglas,
Yeah,
Andy Ruiz,
yeah.
whomever
What's
you
that
want to
got to
put.
do with the
Oh no,
contract,
listen,
sir?
listen. You're not listening. You asking me a question, but you're not letting me answer you. I'll answer you if you allow me to do so. The difference between the brands is the difference. Now you're saying what that has to do with the contract, bro. The what I command has to do with what I bring to the table. It's not like the contract is a separate entity all in itself and it's
So,
just
champ,
by
allow
itself.
me, allow me to
What I
interrupt.
bring behind me commands what I make. You could
So,
go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
so allow me to interrupt. If it was the way you say, why the fuck
Yeah.
Ryan don't got no rights? If it was the way
But
you
Ryan is
say,
making all the
hold
Ryan's
on,
isn't the A side
hold
now.
on,
Matter of
hold
fact, my
on,
fault, my
and
fault. I didn't mean
listen
to
like
interrupt
you
you. I didn't
said.
mean to interrupt.
Listen like you said.
You're right.
If Ryan's
You're
brand
right,
is
my
so
fault.
big, why is he the B
Yeah.
side? If Ryan's brand is so big, why isn't it a co-broadcast with both networks? It isn't because he's not what you say he is. He is the clear B side. That's why he got across the street. That's why he's telling you verbally on Twitter and Instagram that he's conceding. So what you're saying about brands don't fucking matter. He's already
Can I answer
admitted
you?
that he is the B side. He's
Can
already
I answer
told
you?
you
Can
that.
I
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. So we're talking about Ryan now. As I said already, Ryan is the B side right now. For a rematch clause to happen, that would mean that Ryan has beat Tank Davis. Mind you, I don't think he can. But for a rematch clause to take place, that means Ryan has beat Tank Davis. So what we're doing, so if you want to say, oh, well, Ryan's brand now, you have to project it out. You have to use some sense and some nuance to say, oh, okay, if this guy's brand is like this right now, mind you, that brand isn't big enough for him to be the A side now. If he defeats a superstar like Tank Davis with already the fan base he has, what does that turn him into?
Champ,
If Andy if
champ,
Andy
champ.
Ruiz
I
if Andy
gotta
Ruiz
interrupt,
beating
champ. I gotta
if Andy
interrupt,
Ruiz
champ.
beats
I
Anthony
gotta
Joshua and you
interrupt.
call him a
I gotta
superstar, what happens
interrupt.
if
I
Ryan beats Tank?
gotta
What does that turn him
interrupt,
into?
champ. I gotta
You
interrupt
gotta
because
give me
you're not giving us
but go ahead.
facts. You're not giving us
In what way?
facts. You talk
Cousin, it's
about
all
you.
projections. There's no
No,
facts
it's
on the
not
table. We're talking about a
projections. We got
Yes, it is.
history.
Yes, it is. We're talking about a
My friend,
hypothetical
my
rematch
friend,
clause.
it's not
I'm listening.
hypothetical. It's in the contract. That's the
Okay.
holdup. So it's not hypothetical. And we got history. You want to assume. You want to make shit up. History showed us
I
Buster
haven't made
Douglas.
anything up.
Brother, you just said if Ryan wins, he's a big superstar. I'm telling
You
you,
don't think that? And you don't think that?
brother, it don't matter how big he get. The contract
Uh-huh.
states that the A side got the rights because he's the one gave the offer. Tell me
That don't matter.
what? Tell me
You talk,
was
I'm
when?
listening.
Just hear me out, bruh. When Earl
I'm
gave
listening. I'm listening.
Crawford the rematch, was we about to see the rematch on Crawford's network that he don't even got? What are we talking about?
Cousin,
When Buster Douglas
what you've
beat,
done this whole go
huh? Go ahead.
what you've done this whole entire time is talk, but you're not listening.
Okay.
Because the premise of my whole entire argument is the brand of the individual. Mind you, I'm prefacing all this by saying I don't think Ryan gonna fucking beat Tank in the first place. Understand where I'm coming from.
But
Surely
just
we
by
can
you
sit
saying,
down and
but just
surely
because
hold
you
on,
saying
let
he
me
ain't
just say this.
gonna
Let me
win,
say
don't
this. Hold
mean
on, hold on,
nothing.
hold on, hold on. Let me say this. Let me say this. Surely we can sit down and in a sport like boxing where most of the time we don't even get the fights we want. We all just projecting out, thinking of, okay, what if this happen? What if this happen? surely in good faith we can all sit down and say, if said person does this, then it would bring his brand to a particular level, etc., etc. I don't think
Brother,
that constitutes me making shit up
brother,
online. It's
what
a
are you not
projection.
listening to?
Not
What?
it's not hard. It's not hard to understand. It's a simple concept.
But brother, what are you not listening to? Did it matter in the Buster Douglas contract? Did it matter in the
The fact that
Andy
you compare
contract?
Buster Douglas to Ryan Garcia got me really
And there
laughing
you
early
go
this morning.
again. There you
That
go
shit got me
again.
dying.
You saying I'm
That shit
not
got me
listening?
dying.
You saying I'm not listening to you, sir? You saying I'm not listening to you?
Mhm.
But I've already
Yeah.
explained that your brand doesn't matter, because if it mattered, Ryan wouldn't be the B-side. If it mattered, he
You
would
looking at
be.
things too black and white, my friend.
No,
This
you.
shit is a spectrum. You look, yes,
No,
yes,
I'm
you are.
going with the
You're
facts.
looking
You
at
going
things
with
too black
assumption.
and white.
I gotta
You're
go.
looking
I
at
gotta
things
go.
too
I
black
gotta go.
and
I'm
white.
not. I'm not
Have
gonna
a good
waste
one.
my
Have a
time.
good one.
I'm not gonna waste my time. There are facts. There are facts with this. What you want to do is bring in your own opinion. The facts are Tank is the A side. The facts are Showtime is the lead broadcaster. The facts are Tank's promoter is the lead promoter. The facts are this isn't a co-promotion. But now you guys want to make it one if he somehow wins. How? You're going off an A-side contract. You're already fucking the B-side. Now you want to say, if I win, I can somehow become the A-side. No, that's not how it worked in the AJ fight. That's not how it worked in the fucking Buster Douglas fight. It's not like that in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? I don't care what y'all say. You know what I mean? Until you show me a fight where the B-side took over, you are wrong. You could type whatever you want. You are wrong. Buster didn't lead. Andy didn't lead. AJ led. Tyson led. Floyd led. What are you talking about? You guys just want to bring your own opinion into this so that it can help your argument, but it ain't going to work here. Go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. Easy. But if you do want to call in, call in. We got somebody on Blog Talk. Who this? Four eight four. Who's this? All right. Well, that ain't working. You can hit us up on Discord and or Twitter Spaces if you want to voice your opinion. Please bring some logic. Ryan's brand is so big that it landed him the B-side. That's what it did. My man is telling me I'm wrong, that I'm not listening, that Ryan's brand is bigger than Andy's and bigger than Buster's, but why is he in the same contract as Andy and Buster? Because he's a fucking Buster, and so are you for not understanding it. Fucking idiots, bro. C-Dub, what up? If Ryan don't want to be A-side, a B-side, he better beat him twice.
Yo.
Look at my man. How you lose and you still the A-side? Ask AJ that. Fuck out of here. Timed out.
Yo.
Yup.
How the audio?
You straight?
Straight. That's what's up, man. I guess I just needed to update the iPhone, man. Don't know why it's not updating automatically, but shit, Twitter's working. That's what's up. TBV, smash that like button. It's free. You know, shout out to the panel. Was you solo dolo today?
Yeah, Danny went to the restroom.
Okay, that's what's up, man. I mean, yeah, I don't got too much to say on the topic, Ness. You know, I try to come in and give you an adversary, man, give you somebody, you know, Skip Bayless to the Stephen A, but not today, man. I mean, I don't know. I was waiting on somebody to say follow boxing history. Like when people say, "Oh, fights don't get made like it used to," and then you look up history and you find out fights didn't get made back then. A side and B side, this shit always. If you follow boxing, man, you know A side and B side has always been present. It always you just didn't know about it because it wasn't the information age. We wasn't living in where YouTube and you can have everything on the internet, and you able to get to the information at your fingertips. But it's always existed, man. These hurdles, these obstacles always existed. Next could bring up another example, and y'all still gonna say Tank or somebody ducking, or no, it's just the A side, it's the leverage. Ryan does have some leverage. He just don't got the leverage. He hasn't been on pay-per-view. Now
Bruh, he got
pay-per-view,
so much leverage that the fight's not even being broadcast on his network. They're selling it only. Man, like, stop the
he got
bullshit. They
some
lying,
like
man.
see, what it is, Ness. People then believed in the social. It's a social media game, and it does sell. This he got these millions and millions of followers. But remember when Oscar and Ryan was having the contract disputes, and Oscar was like, does those social media subscribers or does those followers convert to paying paying people? Like, are they going to pay for the pay-per-views? And Ryan just ain't had that test yet.
Look at this dude.
Ryan
He don't
hasn't been on
even know
pay-per-view to
boxing.
prove.
My man literally typed, why use Buster Douglas as if there was a rematch? Jesus Christ. I'm moving on with these weirdos. Go ahead, champ. I'm sorry. I'm on a timeout frenzy
Just cut
here.
out. Yo.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn, I ain't hear nothing you were saying, man. They ain't no boxing, but yeah, they know boxing, man. I just think they get emotional. You know, they want the fight to happen so bad. So then when it doesn't happen, you got to point the finger. You got to make a scapegoat. So you throw logic out the window that hey, A side, B side. If Ryan had been on pay per view just once, and did 300,000 pay per view buys or 200,000 pay per view buys with your cousin, with your homeboy, like Tank has. Tank bought unknown people up and had 225,000 pay-per-view buys. Unknown, he did 225 with your cousin, with your homeboy. So if Ryan can do that, then you can have a leg to stand on. Then you can say I have more leverage. Then you can say we maybe could flip the negotiations to be in my favor if I win. But when you don't have that, you are the B side. You have to do whatever the A side. Just like Spencer. I told you to be a fight on this date. You can't tell me when you want to fight. I'm the A side. You the B side. Y'all just get used to it, man. TBV, smash that like button. It's free.
All right, champ. Thanks for calling in. We're gonna go to what's this? Saquon in New York. What's up? Saquon, you gotta unmute, champ.
Yo, what's good, my brother? How you doing, man?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I just want to kind of give the audience a history lesson. It's going to ruffle some feathers, but let's keep in mind, right? I'm a huge boxing fan, a huge historian. I don't know why everybody's so always nervous that boxing fight doesn't happen. In the history of boxing, there have literally been only three fights that have never been made. That is Aaron Pryor versus Sugar Ray Leonard, Riddick Bowe versus Lennox Lewis, and possibly Deontay Wilder versus AJ. No, you may not get the fight when you want it as a boxing fan, but there's never in the history of boxing been a fight that has never taken place. Let's say the fight doesn't happen in April, right? These kids are 23 years old. Like it'll happen at some point. Like I don't understand this boxing fans are so we're like domestic violence victims. We always think that something is not gonna be right, but you can't name a time where a fight never happened ever. We always get the fight. We may not get it when we want it, but we always get the fight. So I just want to point out that, you know what I mean? Like, we shouldn't have so much anxiety that this fight may not happen or will happen because it's never in the history of boxing ever happened. And that's what I wanted to let the boxing fans know about, you know?
All right, brother.
Appreciate the
All right,
call,
man.
Saquon.
For sure.
Man, it was good, my brother. It was good.
What up? What up, champ?
All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to continue listening.
Thank you, bro.
Super Max, what up?
Plainview, Texas.
Super Max, what up on Discord? Super Max, Super Max.
And to everybody else tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you are subscribers. We're trying to reach our next goal of 165,000 subscribers. Can't get there without y'all help.
That's for sure. So we're just restarting Discord to make sure it wasn't us and not you. So once that starts, we'll keep taking calls. I got somebody on Blog Talk. Not sure if this is working, but you there? Blog Talk. Yo. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Blog Talk. It's been messing up today.
Hello. Hello. I don't know why you don't hear us. All right. But Twitter Spaces and Discord available for anybody that wants to call in. Now is the time to do so. And we're talking rematch issues. What would happen? We have our poll.
And I think Saquon made a great point right before we get to the poll, champ. I think he made a great point as far as, and I was saying that earlier, I have every bit of confidence that this fight gets done. I've even been talking to people within the sport, from rival promotions, and they think that the fight gets done. They think it's too big of a fight to not get done, and a lot of people seem to believe that they're too far in negotiations to turn around now.
Yeah, man. It's just sad that every big fight ends in this type of bullshit. Such public negotiations. We get to know every detail. We can't just get a fight. What's up, Lefty, Lazy Lefty? I think this is the
What's
guy
good?
with the space, right? That's your space, right? Chicken Talk?
Yeah,
What's up, brother? Good work.
I just want to tell everybody keep hope alive. This fight is big enough where it can't not happen. The fight is too big not to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that. It's just like Saquon said, though. It don't mean we'll get it when we supposed to.
I think we get it. I think we get it next. I'm like 95% sure we get it next. Like Espinoza said, this is if it's just a rematch clause, that's a small thing. It's not like it's 15 things that they have to work out. That's only one thing they
but
have to
he was
work out.
saying
Which
that
is,
he was saying that sarcastic as hell.
Even
champ.
though he told you
no,
that
no,
it
no,
wasn't
no,
sarcastic.
no. He wasn't saying that sarcastic.
That's,
it wasn't sarcastic.
That's
no,
the way I
no,
took
no.
it.
He was saying it. Okay, he was saying it like as long as I don't get back 50 million different things, and the only thing that's holding us up is the rematch clause, then that's a good thing. That looks good on the outlook because that's only one situation they have to get that they have to work out instead of 10 different things they have to work out. That's the way I took it.
Okay.
Basically, what he was saying was when I get to the revised contract back with comments that it shouldn't be 10 different things to work out, only the rematch issue, which look, they could they either give it to the zone for the rematch if Ryan wins or just scrap it all together. This fight, that's a small thing. This fight can still happen.
So why wouldn't they just do what AJ did? What's the difference there?
What you mean what AJ did? What did AJ do?
AJ had rematch clauses on his network. And
Yeah,
for the
but AJ
people,
was a champion.
for the people that and so is Tank. not only is he a champ with the WBA, but he's also the champ at pay-per-views because Ryan ain't never done none.
So you saying why don't they just have a rematch clause on Showtime? Look, I don't even look. I don't give
that's
a
normal. That's
the
normal.
way it is, champ.
Like-
I mean, like granted, Bivens with Eddie anyway, but like nobody in their fucking right mind thought Bivens was all of a sudden the A side against Canelo.
And
like,
if he is the A side, why does he got to go to 168 to fight Canelo at 168 now? That's what shows you he's not the A side. Like only one A side exists. And
look, man,
they get
I'm
to be in
just trying
control.
to be. Listen, we lost Spence versus Crawford. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm a very optimistic fan. I believe every damn fight is gonna happen, and I always try to keep my optimism. I don't. As far as I'm just saying, like, look, just get this shit done, man. Let's just get this shit done. We need a fight. We need a fight in the U.S. A big event because we have none lined up. I mean, it's a lot of good fights, but we don't have any events lined up. This is a big event where everybody's gonna be there. You're gonna be there if it happens. Well, you live in Vegas, so I know you're gonna be there. Everybody is planning to get out there and go to the fight. We have to have a big event in the U.S. this year.
nah, but that don't mean nothing. See, you don't know Ness. Ness don't go to fights, but like Plan Benavidez.
Why you stop going to fights, man? Ness, I remember. I used to follow you on Periscope. You remember your Periscope days?
Yeah.
Damn, Ness.
Yo, it's so funny.
Damn, Ness.
Periscope. It's so funny. I looked at that app. It's still out there. Like it's still on my phone. Do people use it? That's crazy.
As long as you still got it downloaded, you can use it, but you can't download it no more. Cause I changed phones. You can't download it no more.
Oh wow, that is funny.
Yeah, I remember you was at the fight. You was at what fight was you? I used to. Yeah, niggas talking all that shit on Twitter. I'm here. Come see me.
Sound like Ness. No, but I was gonna say to my point, Ness don't go to fight, so we was just having that conversation. He like, damn, champ, you gonna leave me in the studio and go to Plan Benavidez? But when we was talking Tank Ryan, we talking about both being there. So I know it's a big fight because
I would
Ness
go to
up.
Tank Ryan because it's gonna be an allegiance, and that would be a new thing for boxing. You know, like I was there when T-Mobile first opened up, the new team. So some stuff is historical, and it's like fuck it. If I could be part of history.
So if it lands at T-Mobile, you ain't going?
Oh no, I already told you that. Not T-Mobile, especially not MGM Grand. They ain't getting my money. I'm not supporting MGM Grand. That shit too tight. This fight is our fight.
So even knowing that you wouldn't have to pay to get in.
No, bro, because what about my fellow man? Okay. We built this fight and we not allowed to go. Like you literally, we had a discussion the other day. My man said, nah, they only gonna do $2,050 tickets. That's fucked up. That ain't right.
I mean, that's just and we came to the conclusion that, you know what I'm saying, if they do it at Allegiant, they have more than enough affordable tickets. I think it's just a simple thing of math. I mean, you know what I'm saying, they got to make their money back. They got to make something. I don't expect them to give tickets away.
They can do that to Mayweather Gym. I just want to see the fight. They have to get this over the line, man. I don't care. We have to get this over the line.
We really ain't gonna get inside if it's the Mayweather Gym.
We got to will this into existence. I'm trying to get Oscar on too, man. I'm working hard. We got to will this into existence. Anyway, thanks, Ness. Make sure y'all follow me on YouTube at Chicken Talk, TAWK, not TALK. But I'm trying to get Oscar on right now.
Appreciate you, man. I definitely tuned in. Shout out to Ari Boxing.
Hey,
sent me
Chicken
the link
Talk.
yesterday.
Hold on, get him back on. Chicken Talk. You know who you need to get on, champ? Hold on, get him back on.
I did.
Chicken Talk.
He got to accept. I invited him to speak. He got to accept.
All right. But if you are tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. It's free, which the Tank Ryan fight will not be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, you know who you could get on?
Who?
Eddie Hearn.
What he got to do with it?
Nah,
it's hard. He don't be in America a lot, but I did get a drop from him. He called me Chicken Shop.
I did see that. No, you need to get Eddie Hearn on. We've been trying. I'm trying to get every American outlet to get Eddie Hearn on. I'm trying to see something.
Oh, see if it's just
okay,
with
well,
us.
If I'm able to do it, then maybe I'll go down to Dallas and put a phone in AJ's face and tell him to call him. That's how. All right, y'all.
All right, champ. Appreciate it.
All right.
Yep.
So look at a guy in the chat. He's like, why can't contracts apply to the first fight and then go back and renegotiate the second if it happens? Because to be honest, if Tank gets whooped bad, he might not even want it again. And I get all that, but how do you base the second fight off the opportunity you were given by the A side on the first fight?
And
You see how that doesn't make sense?
And to be fair, cool. Do that because if you really like that, you gonna do what Andy did and get more in the rematch. You get what I'm saying?
But still fight on the same network.
But that's what it is. So do that. That's cool. That's been done. Y'all could do that.
But you can't leave the network. You can negotiate more money. You can't negotiate out off the network.
Because if it was big enough now, like Ness said, it'd be a co-promotion. It'd be a split
broadcast.
Bro,
they really don't understand. Oh, Ryan and his brand. Oh, Ryan. If he's so big,
why
brother,
he ain't been on pay-per-view?
No, fuck that. Why is this not a 50-50 fight? Because Floyd and Pacquiao, was that 50-50? Or was Floyd lead fucking A-side? Lead, Showtime had the fight.
No, it was split.
Showtime had the fight. HBO had the re-air. It didn't go on at the same time. Was it at the same time?
Yep.
Let's double check.
Bro, they even combined broadcast teams and they had.
Because Floyd was the clear A side. He got, I think Pacquiao got like 100 and something, or 100, and Floyd got 180.
Bro, no, it was
million.
Floyd was the A side, but that was a not just promotion, but a
co-broadcast.
Co-broadcast.
There was still a clear A side.
Yeah.
Still a clear A side, and we talking about $80 million difference. Let me just Google that. But in the meantime, we can't take more calls. I got Majid in Ohio.
Financially, it wasn't 50-50, but as far as
Yo.
What up?
Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Man, I'ma just say that this shit just got me like just pissed the fuck off, yo. Like, how the fuck do a nigga give you an opportunity? Like, this is a big ass fucking, this a big deal fight that everybody want to see. And Tank been making all of this fucking pay-per-view money and been like doing his network shit a long time now. And this would be this nigga first rodeo and he asking for all of this shit. It's like, nigga, Tank want a rematch because he giving you an opportunity. You getting a motherfucking opportunity and you trying to ask for more, or you gonna act like you walking away now. Like, that shit is so fucking soft and gay, bro. Like, I prefer Tank just say, all right, nigga, go ahead and finish making your own path and let Tank still be him, because that nigga, he been doing it before fucking Ryan Garcia. So this nigga, all we know him for is fucking pulling out, like, not making fucking fights. So if this the game he want to play, I say walk the fuck on, because niggas ain't thirsty enough to kiss niggas' ass and all that. If you don't like the deal, nigga, Tank should just move the fuck on, bro, because he got multiple pay-per-view options that he could make, and it don't matter if it make as much as those two. He could still keep running his bank up like he been doing.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I just say, fuck the nigga. If he want to play like this and all that, it remind me of Charlie Mungier when I thought it was made and shit. Like, fuck him, man. Golden Boy need that big bank way more, bro. So I just say Tank should walk the fuck on with his head up high. Like, fuck this nigga then. But it's bad news for boxing. They killing this motherfucking game further with this bullshit. And fuck them. I'm out.
And bottom line, Tank could fight Devin Haney tomorrow. And would it be commercially as big? No. But for the hardcores, we'd be more excited. No one thinks Ryan is winning. Only a bunch of morons. Everyone thinks Devin has more of a shot to beat Tank than Ryan. Plus, all the belts are on the line. So stop the bullshit. Tank could do whatever he wants. That's why he's the fucking A-side. That's why Oscar's taking to social media. What did Chicken Talk shows prove? The Espinoza said, why he going to the media? Espinoza said, I'm going to keep doing what I told y'all. I'm not going to give out too much because taking it to the media fucks it up. Tank the A-side. Tank can fight whoever the fuck he want. He'll fight Pitbull Cruz on pay-per-view again. Espinoza said on Chicken Talk yesterday that Tank's last pay-per-view with Hector is the second highest to Rolly, which again, you fuckers thought I was lying. Even though I told you all through Las Vegas streets, they saying Rolly gave his trainer a ridiculous amount of a bonus. And I ain't talking about Bullet. I'm talking about Casamayor. Y'all said we was lying. Now he tell you that's his highest pay-per-view, which means Tank could do whatever the fuck he want. He could fight anybody. He could fight Regis on pay-per-view, we want it. He could fight Pitbull on pay-per-view, he wanted. Frank Martin, we want it. So let's stop. You guys over here making hella excuses for fucking Ryan. If he was a star, he would have got a star-making performance versus To Go. If he was a star, he'd have been on pay-per-view. If he was a star, it'd have been a 50-50 motherfucking co-promotion. Floyd Mayweather made $180 million and Pacquiao got $120. But you guys swear this somehow motherfucking a 50-50 fight. Man, shut your asses up. What up?
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Let me know if y'all hear me.
You perfect.
Oh, my goodness. Man, listen. It's always Oscar, man. Oscar needs to get out of boxing. Oscar has a real problem. It's almost like he'd rather just be important than actually get shit done, right? He has to, like, Espinosa was smart. He said, yo, why would I come to y'all telling everybody everything if I really want to get it done? You never do that. It's almost like if you watch one of them girl shows where they're always fighting, right? If you really want to continue fighting, calm the fuck down, let security back up. Let them think everything is cool. Then rush that bitch. But if all you're going to do is keep going at her, you're never going to fight her. Security's too big. You can't get through him. Oscar always does that. It's like he wants us to be security. Us jump in front of it and us to grab everybody and think everything's crazy. Well, you don't really want to fight. No, it's not our fault that you got your promotion. You lost a whole bunch of big stars that you could have had, and now you got to dip down and figure out where you align. You're not PBC. You're not Top Rank. Shit, Matchroom and you is battling it out, and we trying to figure out where you fit. You are where you are. If Ryan was as big as you say he is, then when he fought Luke Campbell, or whoever the hell that was, I honestly think that dude at the time was more popular than Pitbull was at the time. But you fought him. You didn't fight him on pay-per-view. But Tank fought him on pay-per-view. See, Tank can do what he want to do, as Ness said. Ryan is still trying to build that star. And the fact that he's never even been a champion at all, and y'all keep talking about his social media, I actually, well, cool. If Jake Paul got 22 million and he just did 300,000 or 500,000, do the math percentage. And if Ryan got 10 million and he's never even been on pay-per-view, do the math percentage. And then if Tank got 4 million and he's on pay-per-view, do 300, do the math. Ryan's not even fucking close. He's not even close to the kind of star in boxing that a Jake Paul or even a Tank would be. Let's not talk about Canelo. That's the man. He's not even up there. So there really is no power in negotiation with this dude. I think he does want to fight, but Oscar is the problem. Get your ass up in there, get your ass whooped. Hopefully you get a rematch if it's a good fight. If it's not a good fight, we don't want to see you get beat up twice. That's just it. It's very, very simple. When Wilder offered it to Fury, Fury said, okay, cool, we're going to do it what it is. Just 2 fights, whatever y'all want to do. Bob, you cool with that? Yeah, we cool. Let's sign this motherfucker.
Yo.
Floyd, let's do this shit. We cool? Let's sign it.
Hold
Triple G,
on.
you cool?
Yo.
Let's sign it. What's the problem?
No, I was gonna ask what Devin do?
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
But that's what I'm saying. It don't count. It's gotta be the fighter they don't like that has to go through this. You know, but the fighter they do like, no, he deserves it. Ryan deserves it. His brand. Even though Devin had to go to Australia twice, even though Devin had to sign the 2 promoters, no. He's not the B-side. Shut your dumb asses up, man.
This is the last thing I wish. The way y'all support Ryan right now talking to the chat, people listening. Support him on pay-per-view. Whoops! You can't. CYP out.
Of course he can't, because he ain't never been on pay-per-view. He ain't never been on pay-per-view. He never been on pay-per-view alone. They don't believe in him. It's simple. This is like Gennady Golovkin all over again. The dude only could do numbers with one dude. He ain't do numbers with Daniel Jacobs. He ain't do numbers with David Lemieux. He had a dude with the cancer story, comeback story, New Yorker, face all over the buses, spokesperson for the Presbyterian. What was the name of that fucking hospital? Then he got a dude that's a puncher from another country. It still didn't work. Still didn't work. Man, y'all funny as hell.
My man said, I'm a fake Mexican for not defending Ryan. Nah, y'all just fanboys.
Where he at?
Swaggerific boxing. Y'all just fanboys that like Ness says, y'all fan of man, champ. And
Word.
at the end of the day, the biggest
We both timed his ass out. You in there for 600 seconds, you moron.
Yo, and at the end of the day, the biggest fighter that y'all claim that we be hyping did what we asking Ryan to do. Devin ain't make no excuses, signed the 2 fucking promoters to go fight one guy. One guy. He had to sign the fucking Lou and Top Rank to go fight one guy in his country twice.
Jaguar Paul, his numbers don't gotta be amazing. His numbers just gotta make financial sense. You're timed out. That's the problem. Why the fuck Ryan ain't got no barometer? Why we can't say his numbers ain't amazing? Just understand that 200,000 pay-per-views times 80 is $22 million, man. Somewhere around there. So, get your shit together before y'all talking. I ain't got to pander to no Tank fans, bro. Like, I'm having fun timing y'all out. This is good for me. Nice therapy. It's like playing one of those old school Atari games. You just like, choo, choo. You just popping them, duck hunt or some shit. Javar, what up?
How it sound?
You straight?
Yeah, it's a long time. First time call. I want to let you inspire me and my
You breaking up,
podcast.
Champ.
Breaking up, bro.
Maybe lower the volume. Champ, maybe lower the volume on your phone or something. You breaking up. You clipping.
Let me see.
Yeah, bro, you sound
maybe
pretty
you
bad.
got a Bluetooth on.
There
Is that
we
it?
go. Hold on. Try it again. Damn, I thought we had him right there.
Hello?
Yes.
Go ahead and speak. Yeah, it looks like he's having issues.
Hamed, what up?
Make sure to unmute, guys. If you guys are on Twitter, on Discord, make sure you guys are ready to unmute and ready to talk.
Ruin the 504, what up?
What's up with y'all today? Morning, gentlemen. What's up?
Buenos
Good
dias.
morning.
All right, so another good show. Guys have been on fire as of late. This TV's really kicking in right here. I'm really enjoying all the content.
I don't get this guy. He says it's amazing how you found a way to blame Ryan. Is Ryan's team not the one upset that they don't get a rematch? Because I didn't see Andy back out of the fight because he didn't have a rematch clause when he asked Eddie for the fight all in his DMs. B-sides don't normally get a fucking rematch. Like, the fact that y'all capping so hard for this cat is insane. Dude never won a world title. He got 0 accomplishments. You guys just jump on his cock and ride for no reason.
Take it easy. Let's take it easy.
I'm just saying, it's mad dudes out here that deserve our fucking love and attention. Y'all loving a
This sport,
dude that negotiated with Javier Fortuna, pulled out. Negotiated with Campbell, pulled out.
we can't get
Negotiated
emotional.
with Pacquiao, fake negotiations. Tank, fake negotiations. Finally came back to fight Javier after someone else beat him in JoJo. Negotiated with JoJo, pulled out. Like, come on, man. Why the fuck y'all even
All
trust
right,
this kid?
okay, all
He ain't
right, man,
shown that
all
he's a
right,
grown
relax.
man yet. He ain't
We
shown
can't
he a
get
grown man
emotional.
yet.
This,
He ain't shown that,
this
though.
fight, we can't get emotional. We just can't let the sport do this to us. I mean, they're treating us like crap lately, boxing. Let's just relax. If we get this fight, again, I don't have any optimism that we do, but if we do, we'll just accept it whenever we get it. We can't start, yelling at each other for what? If these guys, if they really want to make this fight, they would have made this fight yesterday. So just let it play out and try not to time too many people out just because, you know, that's not something TVV is known for. Let's just relax and let people speak their minds
Ryan
in the
Garcia
chat,
is not a
as much as
normal
possible.
B-side. They said Ryan Garcia is not a normal
The
B-side.
point that
Is he?
making.
Let me
Oh,
ask
hold
you a
on a
question.
second.
Is he more normal or not normal than Pacquiao? Because that was the ultimate B-side, and he still was a fucking B-side. You guys will
The
get timed
point
out
that
the
caller
entire
was
day.
making wasn't a terrible point that he made.
Who?
I think both of you guys were arguing two different points there. I think he was trying to establish that this guy isn't a Ruiz or Douglas. He's a known commodity. So
Bro, he's
Wait,
so
how are
known,
you a
but
commodity
he's
if
so.
you ain't
Oh my
selling?
God, take it easy.
No, but
Relax. I'm just letting you know that's where he was coming from.
And we just
It
letting you
wasn't. It was.
know that, you know what I'm saying, you can't call somebody a star if you ain't got no stars. Like, bro, like my man's has never been on that level. So why is it that we're basing a social media following
first
when
of
we
all,
seen, hold on, bro,
technically he's wrong.
we just
You
seen
can't use
no
the word
look
commodity.
look we just seen with all the social media following he has and a legend across from him. What did Jake Paul do against Anderson Silva? But now we're gonna think that a guy with a fraction of the social media following can now all of a sudden equate to what? Come on, man. That's not how the way. That's not the way the shit works.
Commodity means something that could be bought and sold. Ryan can't be bought and sold because he ain't been on pay-per-view yet. Put him on pay-per-view and we'll see how much of a commodity he is. We can actually calculate. But you guys want to assume. You see a teeny bopper
That's
on
all
your
right.
TV and you think he's a fucking star. Show me the numbers.
All right. I mean, again, that was his argument. I'm just kind of stating where I'm thinking he was coming from. But hey, we'll see what happens. This sport isn't given a lot to be optimistic about. I know I'm the cynical doom and gloom guy, but I mean, the more and more shit plays out with all of these fights we talked about this year, it ain't a good look. But hey, man, also great work on Patreon. The betting tips definitely worked last week with the parlay with Serrano and whoever else. So yeah, it's a good deal. So thanks for that. Well, y'all have a good day.
Yo, I'm curious. Well, you ain't
So
even gotta tell me, cause,
90
cause
seconds.
the parlay you speak of, I only bet $5, and I made enough to pay for a month, damn near two. Actually, I made enough to pay for exactly 2 months of fucking YouTube membership and Patreon membership. So I would say it was a good.
I made more.
If you bet
You made
five,
I
more.
got a I
well,
got
no,
a
no, no,
I
no,
got a
no, no,
month
no, no,
of
no.
I
I
got a
bet.
month of Patreon coverage, with the what I want. Yeah,
Yeah, no, and
to
that's what
pay
I'm
for.
saying, and that's what I'm saying. But that was just one parlay.
60
Then we bet the
seconds.
other one $100. That was, of
Yeah, but
course,
they didn't get that one.
no, no,
That's
no.
Because we did
yeah,
that
that's
live.
yeah.
We did that during the day of the fight. Like, fuck it. Let's do Hitchens, Bumgarner,
And
Serrano.
Serrano, yeah.
Yeah,
But, I
so
mean,
the
that means you
betting
got to
advice
tune in
has been
every
pretty
show.
solid. The betting advice has been pretty solid. I will give you guys that. So that's definitely a Patreon perk that I look forward to. Even if I can't catch the show, just posting your betting slips, that's a big help, for those of us who can't listen in live. So that's that's the Patreon content that I like. So you
You
guys
got
are
it,
doing
champ.
good work over there.
You got it, champ. Keep tuning in. We
All right.
appreciate you. Keep rocking out. And yeah.
Jimmy Broderick's, you're right. This is the boxing voice. Voice of the people.
10 seconds.
You need to actually have a voice. You're not calling, you're chatting, so you're being timed out with your nuisance and stupidity. We like facts. Until you guys can show me a B side that took the fight away from the A side network, you're timed out. Your fucking worthless messages mean absolutely nothing without facts. King Born, what up?
Hear me, right?
Yeah.
Listen, man, listen. Yo, I love my TBV comrades. Live chat, where y'all at? I love my live chat comrades. Let's get to it, man. I got three things. Listen, we saw Richardson Hitchens, right? Destroy Bowser. Now he got Montana Love. If y'all look at his name, says Hitchens. So that means he loved to hit chins. Fuck around, Montana Love gonna get rudely disturbed. You heard? 3 in the morning knocking on your door like open the door type shit. Out your sleep. Listen. So like I said, I love Richardson Hitchens, and he gonna love hitting his chin. Believe that. Now this Tank shit, listen, man. Who the fuck think that we not getting this fight cause Tank feel some rematch shit? And when the hell did a B side? Hey, listen, if I'm 90 and you 7 and you 40, you ain't commanding shit. You ain't dictating shit. This shit ain't spades and shit. Fuck out of here. Everybody know how the shit gonna go. Stop worrying. Calm down. Get the fuck off the cliff, man. Don't jump off the cliff. We gonna get the fight. We gonna get the fight. It ain't now. Here's the switch 'em up, fix 'em up. Get ready, y'all. Now, if we don't get the fight, who Tank gonna fight? I don't want to see no
I'm
Isaac
timing out
Cruz.
Brandon, dumbass. So
I don't want
Andy ain't have a fucking network deal with PBC. He ain't just finished knocking somebody out 5 weeks before. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, check it out, Ness. Yo,
dumb, man.
We ain't gonna get no Isaac Cruz, and Ryan Garcia gotta come fight Sabril Matisse, Regis, whatever. But like I said, man, calm down. It's all right. It's all right. We gonna get the fight, man. The shit jumping off in April. Ness, you doing a wonderful show. Border Wars, big up all the Border Wars contested. Shit gonna be crazy. Viva Las Vegas, Ness Vegas. Yo, Danny, man, don't diss me, cause you know we getting this fight. I don't want to hear nothing. Peace, I'm out. Live chat, what y'all
Champ,
think?
why would I diss you, man? Come on. I know we getting this fight. I'm going to be at the fight.
Okay. Nah, yeah, cause these dudes is on some next shit, yo.
Nah,
You think we ain't getting this fight with goddamn Espinoza, PBC,
We gonna get the
goddamn
fight.
C-Dub talking about he love Al Heyman. That's Al Heyman Jr. Yeah, we getting it. C-Dub said we getting it. Believe it or not. Word. Yeah.
Look at R. Jonesy. Ness, if we think Ryan is losing this fight, why do we even want it? Because they want to see him lose. The fuck? They want to see him lose. Like, so dude was an interim champ to Devin and didn't take that fight. Didn't take the Jojo Diaz fight. How many fights didn't he take? And y'all cool. Y'all like, oh no, that's because he keeps saying he wants the bigger fight. He didn't want to lose or win to those guys. He wanted to lose and win to the bigger fight. And that's supposed to be okay, man. You guys are weird. It is what it is. Next GTO. Oh, we got to get to these super chats. I was about to cut out, but we do got some supers we got to read off.
Yeah, let's get to those, champ. I am refreshing. Yo, champ, I just want to give you some flowers, bro, because you be working your ass off. I'm not going to lie. Having my own channel now, bro, it's just like I feel so overwhelmed, and I'm like, yo, you do this shit every day, killing it.
That's why I told you got to pick a passion, bro, because it won't feel like work. It won't. You'll never feel like, damn, I'm doing.
No,
You know what I
and
mean?
I say overwhelming because it's like I'm enjoying it, but it's like I remember one thing and I forget two other things. I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta get to this and this, and I gotta remember to upload here and post here, and it's definitely a lot. But we do have some super chats. You remember where you left off on?
I'ma just take it from the top. It says boxing IQ 360. Espinoza admitted that Tank sold under 200K. Everybody is quiet, but Bud sells under 200K. PBC lovers don't stop dissing Bud pay-per-view sales. Well, Bud had a $6.5 million guarantee. So if he sold, and it's convenient that you say under 200K when Espinoza was clear that it was close to 200, where Bud's has never been close to 200. But whatever, bruv. And we never seen a guarantee for Tank be $6.5 million, which is almost half of 200,000 pay-per-views sold. So, like, maybe you should learn a little bit. World Media says Ryan is B to Tank, but he's no regular B, Ness. If there is an exception, it's Ryan. So let me ask you, Danny, because this moron obviously thinks that somehow in some weird universe, Ryan is bigger than Pacquiao? Because wouldn't that sentence be better if there's no exception if it's Pacquiao as the B-side? Yet he still was the B-side. So stop it. Stop trying to make things up for some dude named Ryan that didn't win 8 titles in 8 different divisions, isn't as accomplished as Pacquiao, and wasn't ever a pay-per-view star like Pacquiao. Like, Pacquiao had legitimate facts. He had numbers to back why he deserves to be a 50-50. He had over 5 pay-per-views that did over 1 million or 900,000. And it still didn't matter when it came to Floyd. But you guys are crying over here. And that's why I'm timing you out left and right. Because you're stupid. Jimmy Buckets, if these promoters don't approach these cross-promotion opportunities with good faith, we'll continue to have the same issues. Don't pick a side. Hold them accountable. Precedence. I don't know what he means here. Steamy's change. Yeah, we could hold them accountable. We know who's the A side. Tank don't have to fight Ryan. Ryan don't got a belt. He not a mandatory. Tank don't have to fight Ryan. Showtime and Tank are throwing Ryan a bone where they can both make money. If you can't see that, let's stop talking. Let's stop talking. Thank you, bald sea creature. Pacquiao had a country. So how can you say Ryan is not a regular B-side, but Pacquiao was? With proven pay-per-view sales? Proven to be on multiple networks? Like, again, you dudes are just stupid as fuck as all hell. You're man fans. So the shit that comes out your mouth usually is wrong because you're not thinking, because you're just in love with the person. You're in love with the person that we're talking about. Some of you dudes need not to talk because, honestly, I'm not trying to let you talk. I don't, today I don't even want you to watch the show. That's why I'm continuously timing you out. So just go. Come back tomorrow.
He said, try again.
No, seriously. Just go. Because some people just want to be trolls. Like, we got actual facts. We got actual fights. I'm bringing up fights that are reference points. You guys don't want to do that. You just want, oh, well, he's a brand. He's got to be different. Shut your dumb ass up and go to the Phantom Zone. That's where y'all belong. Phantom Zone. Fanboys of fighters are not welcome here. I got Argalos, maybe? I don't know.
Yo, I gotta change. That's my gaming name, but it's Jorge Santiago.
What's
Jorge, what
up?
up?
What up, guys? What up? Hey, man. Man, it's kind of disappointing, but I still think the fight's gonna happen. I really think it's Oscar though, because to be honest, man, like yeah, Tank say A side, he can demand anything. But Ryan's also been, like he should. He's been conceding to every demand. Now we get a last minute, rematch clause. It's like, come on, man. Do you want the fight to happen or not? But I think honestly, Ryan wouldn't give a shit. He's been wanting this fight for years. He even conceded to the fact that, Tank's team didn't want him to have a tune-up. He said that on the latest interview. So I don't think it's Ryan. I think it's Oscar. But I just wish that rematch clause wasn't even in there. Just scrap it, make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I never seen an A side without a rematch clause, bruv. It's the B side that doesn't deserve one, and he's the one asking for one.
Wasn't it last minute? Like this wasn't even in the original stuff. I get it. Things change. Contract is liquid,
Nah, I'm sure.
pretty
I'm
much
I'm sure
before it's
what.
signed.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't. Especially with like they said it was just a term sheet, and the initial term sheet. So
I just don't get it because this Tank is such a big deal. Andy, AJ had a rematch clause in his fight, one way rematch in his fight with Andy. No one called up to say that AJ's being a bully. Same thing happened in the Devin Cambosos
and
fight.
let's be clear, right? Yeah, Ryan has a bigger social media following than Andy, but at no point was he a bigger star than what Andy was after that win. Like
After the win, yeah.
Andy was on all the talk shows, meeting the fucking Mexican president.
And
He had to
actually
learn.
won belts.
He had to learn Spanish before going out there. Was the unified heavyweight champion of the world. Created history by being the first heavyweight
Mexican.
Of Mexican descent to become heavyweight champ. Like there was so much. Like yeah, sure, he has more followers, but Andy literally had a nation behind him, and that was a fact. That showed he went from 50,000 to 1 million followers in a 24-hour span.
No
Like,
one's done that yet.
Crazy.
No one's gotten upset and gotten that many followers. No one.
Yeah, I remember that moment. It was crazy.
and
That was insane.
let me remind some of you guys. Let me remind some of you guys because people want to talk and all this. There's been a bigger upset in combat sports during the last couple years when Ronda Rousey defeated when Ronda Rousey was defeated by Holly Holm, right? Ronda Rousey, bigger name at the time than what Tank is now. Bigger star. Holly Holm did not become Andy Ruiz. And Ronda was bigger than AJ. Like she was probably only behind fucking Conor McGregor in combat sports at that time. Yet that was a bigger upset. The residual wasn't the same. So for Andy, you can't say, "Oh, it's not the same. Ryan's bigger." How can you say that?
I got super
So
chat.
does this
Oh, I'm
does
sorry.
this happen in the UFC though? Like this bullshit with these contracts? Like I feel like UFC just makes it happen.
Yeah, because
I
they're
mean,
they're one league, bro.
Well, not this, but did they not just lose their heavyweight champion because they couldn't come to contract? So now the heavyweight belt will be fought for by a guy who's never fought at heavyweight and hasn't fought in 4 years. So yes, I would say that the UFC absolutely has this shit happen. And to take it back a few further years, because I ain't been watching UFC that long, but they're pound for pound #1 fighter in the world in Demetrius
Yeah.
Johnson, DJ. They lost him to another promotion because they couldn't get him, even though he was the biggest name in the sport. So yes, when upsets happen, you get what I'm saying. The residual ain't the same. We saw that in with Andy. Andy was a anomaly. He created history, and at the end of the day, he did what we haven't seen in our time.
Yeah, man. I think it's Oscar who doesn't want to budge, man. I think Ryan is all in for it. To be honest, that's my opinion, but I could be wrong. But man, I appreciate you guys.
All right,
All
champ.
right. You still got people that just don't understand. Talking about keep the same energy with Canelo. He gets the rematch. He's the A side. You guys are just weird, bro. So weird.
Like
But
no, and let's be clear, it wasn't even a point of conversation with that fight. Like nobody was even entertaining the idea of Bivol being the A side over Canelo in a rematch.
But he's
Nobody.
not.
Exactly.
Like right
but
now,
that's what I'm saying. That's not even a fucking conversation.
No, but just to prove the point, right now they're literally talking about Bivol coming down to 68, a weight that he hasn't fought at for the rematch. That shows you who's the A side. But again, they want to try whatever they want to try to make Tank look bad so that they can give Ryan a pass when Ryan has shown us that he's not really down to fight. He ain't fight JoJo. Took him 3 negotiations to fight Javier. Failed negotiations with Campbell before he finally fought Campbell. I mean, the proof is in the pudding. We got Big Super Max with a $5 super chat says, Devin literally just did this. So what's the problem? You think you're going to win, take the terms, and truly flip the A side? Ryan is just Victor Ortiz 2.0.
$2, 2 pound super chat from Big Matthew says, tell Reggie Davis take the training wheels off.
And yeah, you know that's a shot because I said Tank is a champ. He is. The regular belt has the mandatories. The regular belt makes defenses. Last I checked, he got a belt on his waist. And the Hall of Fame talks about it. Danny brings that up all the time. They have it in their book. So I don't get, who are we? Who are you? A dude that probably mows lawn. You've never won a belt. You don't know what it is, but you're trying to discredit that man. Meanwhile,
even me, a guy that used to mow lawns. That's why we don't discredit, because we are not bigger than, nor do we think we bigger than. We understand this is the holy grail for boxing, the International Boxing Hall of Fame. They acknowledge that belt. They understand the history and the meaning for the belt. And although it is the regular belt, we know what it is.
Fucking haters. Like Devin didn't become undisputed by winning the interim. You know, the interim is so trash. Oh, who the fuck does David think he is bringing an interim? That's what the... How did Devin become undisputed, Danny?
By winning the interim, putting himself in position when the individual he put himself in position against chose to not fight and defend his belt. Devin was then elevated to full champion.
What about Charlo? How'd he get his belt? Look at this dude. You're on timeout. You're defending junior belts. No, we're trying to give you education, but you're so fucking stupid.
Yes, Jamal Charlo, Ness, he was actually in position, mandatory, to face Canelo Alvarez. It was actually fight week for the Brandon Adams fight in Houston that I happen to be a part of, representing the Boxing Voice.
Look at this idiot.
And,
no, Devin did that for undisputed. Not a fair comparison. Motherfucker, that's the point. You take the titles they're giving you to get in position. Your hope is to get to undisputed. I can't, but I am having fun timing you dummies out. So I will. I can't, but I will. Go ahead, Danny. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so Charlo, Jamal that is, was in position June of 2019, to fight for that title. He had his fight with Brandon Adams, and it was then where Charlo, the interim champ, actually was elevated. I'll never forget. We were in it used to be Reliance Stadium, NRG. We were in NRG Stadium. I'll never forget it. Beautiful. First Super Bowl I ever saw took place in that stadium. So, we're at NRG, and we get the breaking news that the WBC has now created this thing called a franchise, and that Jamal Charlo has been elevated from interim to full champion. So, all these things are a historic part of the sport, things that matter, and things that we just like to remind you guys of. Uptown Diesel. Uptown Diesel $10 super chat says Tank versus Ryan is a money grab. Ryan doesn't even want to become a champion. How long are we gonna pay to see Tank knock out dudes not on his level? He needs to fight Devin Shakur Russell. Shout out to the Boxing Boys.
First of all, I could be heard on audio bigging up Canelo for moving up to 68, knocking out Fielding. My exact defense was Fielding went to Germany and beat Zungi for that title. First of all, I've always defended Chris Colbert's interim. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. The people that don't respect what the fighters do here are you. But I'm having fun timing you out. Just like Brandon, dumbass, talking about, oh, now we respecting the regular belts. What the fuck are you talking about? So I've verbally never said that I'm not going to diss Chris Colbert, that who am I to say he's not an interim champion? Like, you dudes just choose to listen to what you want to listen to. You understand? Because you're not in the sport. You haven't met these people personally. So from the safety of your own home, you can talk about their belt. Because you a pussy.
R. Jonesy, $2 super chat says Haney versus Tank is the fight. Fans need to push that. Definitely a fight. Another fight I think that can happen down the line.
Look at this dude. So that's like an NBA team bragging about national wins. Man, get your ass out of here, man. Fuck out of here. That is a belt.
He said that's like a what?
This weirdo. He says that's like the NBA team bragging about winning conference finals. That's what he's equating the regular belt to. Meanwhile, the regular belt
How can you
elevate.
Hold on, because you don't even watch NBA. Hold on, watch out. Bro, but that's not like equating to conference finals, because if they count the conference finals, they made it to the NBA finals. Right? So that means that you're saying they lost in the finals, but they won the conference finals. Last time I checked, Gervonta's undefeated. So what the fuck has he lost?
And this other weirdo talking
Devin
about
was
three-time
undefeated.
Reggie.
Hold on. That Devin was undefeated. When has he lost? David Benavidez is undefeated. So when has he lost? Jamal Charlo is undefeated. So when has he lost? So how the fuck is it like a conference finals, yo? Time that dude out.
Everybody's timed out.
Bring Walk Danny Ness GTO the boxing voice.
We got other super chats. We got Rider of the Storm. $5 super chat says the last caller was right. Ryan should just say fuck it. Let Tank continue to be a 61,000 pay-per-view star. Clown emoji face. The clown is you. Espinoza just said on Chicken Talk the 61,000 was only terrestrial buys, and he said it's been at least 3 to 5 years since terrestrial buys don't even make up 50% of pay-per-view buys, which means everything that you've been saying, that we're in a generation where we're on our phones and apps. So it's easy to access those pay-per-view fights from our phones and digitally, not terrestrially. So stop the bullshit. I wish I could time your dumb ass out. Uptown Diesel, $10 super chat.
I read that.
You did? The $10 one?
Yes, sir.
All right. Let me refresh before we get up out of here.
I think I had just missed that Right of the Storm one. Which you just read. Oh, Jimmy Buckets. If Pacquiao be Floyd, would he become the A-side?
He didn't. So your fake ass fucking analogy that has no facts, because he didn't win.
And at the end of the day, that fight showed us that Pacquiao, if anything, is
was a true B-side.
And bigger than whatever you believe Ryan to be today, because that, at the very minimum, was at least a co-promotion and a co-broadcast. You get what I'm saying? Chris Mannix ain't part of this call. You understand? Oscar De La Hoya is not part of this promotion. So that in itself, going into the first fight, shows that he ain't even on that level. But we do appreciate it. Let me refresh Super Chats one more time. That is everything. If we don't have any callers, Ness GTO, Ringwalk Danny, the boxing voice.
Yeah, I think that is it. Looking at Discord and Twitter Spaces, we good. Catch us on the next one this afternoon. We will be talking about the negotiations with Teofimo Lopez and Josh Teller. Is it true? Will we get a big fight at 140? Peace.
Catch us.